All right, we're live now. We're live now. And what we're going to do is we're going to tweet out the fact that we're live. All right? Hold up.
Yeah, I can hear Bravo me. Yeah. So yeah. And so tweet the appropriate stuff.
Yeah.
The real shit.
This was a challenge.
How long has this Queen Elizabeth shit been on Twitter? Like, main page? Like, Jesus.
Dude, what's crazy is that new dude is exactly the same age as her. It's insane.
Charles? Charles?
He looks exactly the same age as her. Like, if you put them side by side and you're like, which one's
yeah. I mean, she's 90,
like,
he's 70.
Yeah, they just look.
He's a very old king.
Dude, he looks like he's 100. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He's a million years old.
I'm just like after 70.
Dude, I'm just like, why even bother? Like, he's gonna like, let's get
like someone... This man was the oldest prince. He's been the oldest prince of history or something like that.
He's been waiting for this, bro. Give him his moment.
Dude, is he even happy about it? Like, is he like, fuck yeah?
I mean, his mother died. I don't know. Wait, what? Whoa, his mother died. I don't think he's happy about it.
Well, she was like, come on now. At a certain point,
you're like, he spent a long time with her, bro. He was waiting for her to go.
Yeah, imagine. Oh, mom, please, when will you die?
Nah, he's like, come on, man. It's time for me to take the reins. You seen Game of Thrones?
Holy shit, dude.
He's been waiting for this shit.
Dude. He has the Game of Thrones theme playing in the background. He has AirPods in. Dun, 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 dun. He's waiting. I'm like, oh, mom, woof, I can't wait. When heaven's bells ring, that's my time. Like, yo, wait a minute.
I'm just seeing the Ted meme posted. It's like Charles after the Queen died. Yes, my turn.
Wait, Morj, did you do tweet or not? What's going on?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. All right, it should be the right one this time. All right, everybody go ahead. Everybody in chat, go ahead and retweet King Brago. Obviously would be appreciated. And you know what? Let me change the color of this chat box to, I don't know, white or something.
Okay, so you had an old stream. Now you have, this is the right stream.
It should be the right one now. Should be the right one now. Let me know if it's not.
Yeah.
What color do you want? White? I think white will be good. I think white's better. All right. After some technical whatevers, we're good to go. Listen up, everybody. We've got a great stream today. Oh, wait, we got some join as a member. Who's this? I gotta shout this out now every time. Sean Easton, welcome. Sean Easton is actually my tech guy. Wait, let me tell Sean Easton real quick. You will be very impressed. Today, I built my own PC. So for everybody who was very upset about, the stream being late, etc., it's because I was building my own PC, which most of you have never done. So think about that.
Oh, okay.
Think about that.
Mor's like, yo, give me props, but then shits on the chat at the same time. Love it.
Adrian Hakim, welcome to the Yonko. It was pretty hard, dude, because it's the monitor, and then you have to put the monitor on a stand, and then you have to connect the cord and everything like that. So not a lot of people can pull it off.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, but they make a big deal out of it. All right. So the way today's stream is gonna work is, and we'll get through some supers pretty soon. Tom saying, I know we can't rely on Skypiea parallels too much, but NL being from a completely different island is some credence to him being from the moon. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that as we go. Some random stuff from the current chapter. But the bigger thing is this. We're trying to decide the top 30 strongest One Piece characters. Tixie, welcome to the Yonko. Thanks, I appreciate it. Trying to decide the top 30 strongest, not top 30. Top 1? We're trying to decide the strongest One Piece character at the end of the day. And listen, my guys came up with this list, all right? Mm-hmm. So don't...
This is from the Discord?
No, this is from
Twitter? YouTube poll?
No. This is just my editors. So they came up with this.
This from your team.
Yeah,
it's from the team.
Don't blame me if this is not seated the way you like. They fucked up the seating. You guys fucked up the seating. Because they got Kaido and Whitebeard up here, Big Mom Blackbeard here. This is too much.
Wait, what? How much? Hold on. Which Whitebeard? Prime or old?
Kaido, Whitebeard. I mean, no matter what, we need the stronger seeds at the end of the day. And the good seeds, kind of split up to make it a real
Well,
tournament and everything.
how it is, it should be like you should have a bunch of 1 seeds
Yeah.
and 2 seeds. It's
I
just
swear
like
to God, I literally told them do it March Madness style. So I think
it's just numbered.
Is there a quick fix to this? Let me see.
You'd have to redo it.
Dragon type. Dragon name. Can we quickly mix and match? Let me take a look.
Yeah, just mix match it.
Yeah, whatever. Those sounds good to me. Just mix and match it. Have fun.
Yeah, okay. Give me a 4-1 seeds real quick. We're doing a bit of ranking right now.
Are you gonna set up the bracket right now?
No. It didn't take too long. All right, I'm just gonna.
Let's see if Roger. It's like the 4-1 seeds would be what Roger, Garp.
Dude, I think we're doing a live. Clarification: this is a live. Why is Roger in here? All right, it's not alive.
Wait, yeah, let's say okay. So Roger's not alive.
Let's assume
Whitebeard's
Primes.
not alive.
Let's assume Primes then.
You want us? Why even bother then? What?
This is just the way the things have been set up. It's just the way things look right now.
Okay.
Here's the reason we've got 3 people.
Where's Shiki?
You want Shiki in there? It's too late. We got Seraphim Mihawk. We don't have Shiki.
That's that.
We got some Seraphims in here.
Okay. Whatever. Seraphims.
All right. This looks better. Let's try this. All right. Good enough. Good enough. All right. We're going to roll with this. This is our setup. Here's the way it's going to work. The reason I needed 3 people for this stream is because it's going to be best.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. If I just did a 2-man stream, 4-man stream, it would make no sense. So majority rules for each matchup across the board. Naturally,
Okay.
Trying to get through all 32. And yeah, at the end of the day, we'll see what we get. So,
all right. Sounds good.
Starting from the top, I left Kaido as the 1 seed. Simple reason being, he still had the title of World's Strongest Creature, right? So he gets the title of 1 seed, but we all have our, question marks.
Oh yeah, we do. We definitely do. Most definitely. Most definitely.
One of the biggest reasons I got you 2 is because I know that you guys fall a little bit on opposite sides of the spectrum. Is that right?
Typically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can argue that.
Yeah. Like, how many Yonko would you say? How many admirals would you say Yonko can beat? Let's say a Kaido. I'm just curious.
Wait, Kaido like by himself?
I mean, Kaido by himself.
I'm just curious. I'm just gonna gauge the temperature before we get into this a little bit.
Current Gen Yonko, previous Gen Yonko, or Yonko of old?
Let's say Kaido versus Fujitora, because I feel like this is an easy round 1 matchup. We both kind of know how this is gonna go,
Kaido,
right? I think we all say
Kaido's W.
Well, Braga's got to pause there.
There's no pause, Brago. Just Kaido wins.
Let's think about this.
There's no thinking about it. Kaido just wins.
So Fujitora's a swordsman, right? And Kaido, he gets PTSD from swordsman. So
he does. The scabbards gave him PTSD.
It's Kaido.
Does Fujitora even have like real hockey that goes inside of you?
What the hell does that even mean, bro?
I mean, it means something. I think.
Wait, didn't Izo stab Kaido?
Yeah, he did. And Kaido shrugged off, like, okay, cool, bet.
Come on.
I mean, listen, like, who was on the ground at the end of the day?
Like, Braga, like, Kaido can damage Fujitora too, right? It goes both
Kaido
ways.
would have beaten Luffy if he said, you know what, Luffy, I'm going to dodge a Bajran gun. That's how clean Kaido is. Kaido, it's over. Like,
I mean, I'm voting Kaido as well. I'd just love to hear Braga's argument.
Nah,
okay.
you can Kaido edges it.
I don't hear full edges. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay, wait.
Kaido edges it.
That's ridiculous. Kaido's like picking all of Dressrosa in like a single breath, and Fujitora's, the rubble. Like,
Fujitora did the same thing.
No, he did not.
He picked up all the rubble in Dressrosa.
The rubble. Yeah. Kaido ripped it out off of the bedrock and it carried around like an asshole.
And you think Fujitora can't do that?
Momonosuke can do that too, though. Momonosuke can do that.
True. Momonosuke can do true.
I'm just saying like that's not even a feat.
I just don't even count the island lifting.
Put him in.
That's so wild.
Put Momo in. Put him in.
Okay, he'll be a 2 seed, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, most def.
All right, easy start. Shit, I should have rearranged this a little harder. About to get.
I mean, we're here. We're live.
Let's
do it. Yeah.
All right.
Bill O'Reilly style.
Here's what we got.
Okay, we'll do it live. What's up?
Shanks versus Odin. Keep in mind,
Shanks.
obviously, Prime Shanks, Prime Odin. You guys think easy call? Just Shanks?
Shanks, easy call.
All right. Roger, you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Shanks. I think if Odin lived longer, he may have caught up, but
Odin was
Maybe.
just a weird case because it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know where Oda wanted to place him at the end of the day, or like what he was thinking of. Because it's like,
so Morj, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Where like what the stories tried to do with Odin, it tried to make Odin basically almost like a main character, right? Like that's who Odin was, a main character that died. And we've had a conversation where like, I don't know, like we have Shanks versus Odin here, but what about Odin versus Rayleigh?
Odin probably.
oh really? Oh
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
saying
argue
like,
Odin.
oh really isn't like.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
Oh.
but I like legitimately
what-
take.
Because
take-
okay, here's my stance
I
on it,
like
right?
the pun.
I think Shanks is probably stronger than Prime Ray. Right? I think he's like a slightly upgraded Rayleigh.
I'd say slightly upgraded, really. Yeah.
Yeah, slightly upgraded Rayleigh. But I do think Odin and Rayleigh, that's somewhat close. But I don't know. I did a poll one time and the majority of people chose Rayleigh over Odin.
Mm.
So I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it because this one is easy.
That stuff's
because-
tricky because it's just like a lot of that comes down to popularity, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'd
I'd agree.
vote really like in a heartbeat just because I like.
You
the
like
guy
Rayleigh
better.
more.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say Odin because I think that Odin gets too much wank. I think he's a character that Odin himself has actually admitted that when he cut that
More than
bar-
Ray?
yeah, absolutely more than Ray. I mean, at least in terms of like number one,
Rayleigh just made
Akainu-
Yonko walk away.
of course, but at the same time, you have Akainu and Sengoku know this man's name long after he's dead. Rayleigh still has like a whole history behind him. Odin only came in for like one voyage with Roger, and he got so much clout with one voyage from Roger, and then a few years with Whitebeard. He got so much push just by a few years with those guys, where they have like
He was
history.
with two goats.
No, like
He was, but like for a short amount of time. That's the point. For a short amount of time, he was with there, and his legend was already known by like Akainu and Sengoku. They knew, oh wow, like Wano country. It's actually part of the reason why I think they're so legendary. Odin. And then also Odin himself says things like, literally, Odin's cut on the pig was so clean he didn't damage a single cell.
Dude,
I
I'm
mean,
not talking about the pig cut whatsoever.
Like,
But
no.
we can
This
talk
is
about
bullshit,
Kaido.
Paul.
We can
Yeah,
talk about him
but
cutting
but
Kaido.
hold on now.
That's
How else
insane.
you
Which
explain
is like-
the pig surviving? The pig
Wait,
is alive.
No, come
How?
on, dude. I'm not gonna scale that bullshit.
Because it's
So,
One Piece. That's why
That's
the
like
picks are-
Gadatsu-
Gadatsu.
yeah,
You know,
come on.
Gadatsu survived
It
that same
has.
fall from Skypiea that Kaido did. That's
True,
like one of
'cause
those
he's a goat.
situations. you know?
Because Gadatsu's a goat.
Listen, Odin
Odin
gets
benefited,
winged,
he
dude.
benefited from being on Roger's ship and Whitebeard's ship. And of course, people are going to remember him because he's like the samurai from Wano. But at the end of the day,
And also,
like,
remember too.
Dude, no.
This
Big
very
thing is
important.
that he
Hold on,
cut
hold on.
Kaido, right? So that's like a huge deal. So
Well,
for me,
yeah,
at
but
the time,
also he got
Sure.
stronger. Like
that's true.
Odin
But
and
at the
he
time,
got strong after
I
the
was
journey.
kind of like, but that's kind of the Odin that we're talking about, right? So like for
Yeah.
me at the
Yeah,
time, it was
yeah.
like when Odin first cut Kaido, and I think that's when Brago, like we were arguing about Odin and stuff like that way back when.
mhm.
At that point in time, Kaido looked like a fucking invincible monster or whatever, like kind of Oda.
You're talking about in the current story.
For a
The
long
current
time,
flashback.
Kaido really,
Yeah.
really looked like he was above.
To be honest,
everybody
he still
else.
looks like that.
We'll get there when we get there.
a lot
We'll
less.
get there
so,
when we
I
get
agree
there.
with you.
But to me, it's
Yeah.
like a lot. It's like significantly less. So like as Kaido's clout kind of faded for me in the story, Odin, the memory of Odin being the one man to cut Kaido, that also kind of faded for me over time. I was like, if you threw Mihawk at him, if you threw some of these guys at him, I don't know how the fight would go. That's how I'm saying.
No, we know how it would go. It's just that it's a lot more difficult in terms of gauging how hard of a fight it is. But even then, I don't think it's the case because you see how much he had to go through just to beat him in this.
You guys
arc.
feel like the Kaido clout has faded?
Oh, I think
No,
it's
no.
significantly faded. Like,
Oh,
Brago,
It's not
if you-
faded.
if
It's
you
not
went
faded
back-
because of Kaido himself. It's faded because there's somebody else that has better clout than him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like for a bit, like if you went back to one of Braga's like top 30 streams or something like that,
Kaido was
majority would
always
have-
like top 3.
yeah. But
Yeah.
now I have a feeling like there's gonna be way less
Some people
who have Kaido above like a Shanks or something.
I think people have. I think Shanks may. The thing is, there's always Shanks or Kaido. Sometimes Dragon snuck in there.
Yeah.
There's always Shanks or Kaido.
What I'm saying is, no
Dragon.
matter what, the time
I'm
that
sorry, I'm
Kaido's,
sorry, I'm sorry.
that Kaido's stock was at its highest, it's already passed. Like people are not gonna have him that consistently as like number one in the series from here on out, basically.
As they should. By the same time, Because you argue that, let's say, naturally Luffy, maybe even Blackbeard will surpass someone like Kaido, because that's like the natural progression of the story, where like ultimately, like in a shonen, the more you go, the stronger the villains are. So Kaido's defeated now. There's still like how many more villains to go? Like 3 or 4 more guys. So yeah,
it depends on the context. Because for Kaido, it is clear that Luffy, a lot of shit had to happen for Kaido to lose.
Of course.
And even after everything happened, it's still like Kaido's clearly still stronger than Luffy.
Oh,
well, whereas Luffy
disagree on
no,
that.
he is. He is stronger than Luffy for sure.
There's no way. There's no way.
Wait, Morj, do you think Luffy's stronger
really?
than Kaido?
You think Luffy's stronger than Kaido now?
Gear 5th Luffy beat Kaido clean. What happened in that fight?
No.
Well, come on.
What?
No. Hear me out. Actually, wait, no. You guys make the case. What's the reason that Gear 5th
Okay, I think
Luffy
it's
didn't
simple.
beat Kaido? He beat him straight up.
So Luffy had a break in the middle of that fight. He got
Several
knocked out.
breaks.
No,
he got saved.
I'm
he
talking
ate some
about
food.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm talking about Gear 5th Luffy, right? Gear 5th Luffy.
Kaido chooses to sit there and take the attack.
Gear
That's a
5th
big
Luffy,
deal.
at the end of the day, was at a lower health bar than Kaido was when they went into the final round of their fight. That's like definite, right?
Well,
Gear
no.
5th Luffy had just died, so his health bar is lower.
So
than
do we know
Kaido's
if he came
already.
back at full strength?
No, he's
I
literally half
I don't think he
dying
did.
on the page. He's literally like,
No, but the thing
I'm
is, with
wilting,
Gear
I'm
5th,
wilting,
once
I'm
he
wilting.
comes back to life, what's the bar there?
You can literally see, like, there's a strip of panels where he's like literally like slowly like wilting away, and then he's like, nope, I'm back. I'm like back. I'm gonna still stay in.
But that's
right?
after he ran out of Gear 5 and then just used it again. So it's like hard to really discern what
you're
his health bar is.
Dude, no. You're kind of just assuming that like every time he goes back into Gear 5, he gets straight back up to full health. But like reality is, who was more damaged when they went in their final round of their fight? Luffy was more damaged than Kaido. Like,
That's hard to case.
How many?
No.
How
I'll say
Kaido was
was.
fighting the entire time while holding
Yeah,
up on the
I'll say
Onigashima.
Kaido was. Like,
we're not gonna hold
fact that
holding up
no,
Onigashima. Come on.
Like
That's
the fact
an
that
assumption
Luffy,
of how much
but the fact that Luffy ate some food. Like Luffy ate some food prior to
no,
second round of the fight.
record.
No.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But Kaido going into like the last round of fighting before Gear 5, Kaido's at like 50% health. Luffy's at like 80% health or 9% health because he ate food again. He came back and he got rest. And then Kaido's getting whittled down. So let's say before Gear 5, let's say right before the sneak attack from CP0, Kaido's at like 30% health, and then Luffy's at like 60.
Sure, but
Something
then,
like that.
I'm saying what happens in the final round. Final round, Luffy actually goes to basically 5% health or 0% health. Like Luffy was more injured when they went into Gear 5th versus Kaido, right? So to me, if they have a rematch,
Like I say, that's an
that
unknown
rematch,
variable.
Gear 5th
What his health is.
Not only is it like an
What I'm
unknown
saying is,
variable,
like, a
but
little bit
but
different.
also again, Kaido chooses to take the attack. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna sit here and take the attack." If Kaido says, "Nah, fuck that, I'm just gonna dodge it," then we have a problem here.
And
Yeah,
then
but
even
that's
after Luffy
out
went
of
to Gear
character.
5,
That's
Kaido
like
was
out of
still like,
character.
bro, you're still too overconfident in these abilities.
No, Braga, I got you, but I'm like, who won at the end of the day? You can talk shit, but like, what actually happens?
Okay, hold on. So then, question then let's say back in the pre-time skip,
Yeah.
is Luffy stronger than Crocodile when he beats Crocodile?
Yeah.
Crocodile was clearly something that Oda like literally retconned his strength for.
What about Doflamingo?
Okay. Or like,
Yeah, so
not even,
so like,
no,
what I would
Dofi,
say
yeah, I'd
is-
say.
I think the
Dofi,
closest comparison I got is like Luffy versus Kaido.
You say you're stronger than Dofi after you beat Dofi? No
I
fucking
think
way.
if Luffy fought like
Maybe.
Luffy's peak Gear 4th strength was higher than Doflamingo's.
That's
So
for
if
sure.
Luffy fought Gear 4th versus Doflamingo, Luffy's winning at
But
that
that-
point in time.
But
So
yeah,
that's
but
why
that
I
doesn't
think-
matter because he did.
that
I
doesn't
mean, yeah,
matter
like
because what?
he had like the gliders come
No,
in there helping.
he-
Okay, well,
right,
wait.
because he did.
Wait. A better example, NL. Luffy's clearly weaker than NL. Even after,
he had
even,
this-
even after that fight.
And L is weird because he has the
That's a matchup thing.
advantage.
No.
Yeah.
I think
yeah, but
you guys
the point-
aren't. You guys aren't like following what I'm saying. So I fully agree that if you look at that full fight, right? Like who had more help and advantages over the course of that full fight? That's Kaido. Or sorry, that's Luffy, undoubtedly.
That's
right?
Luffy.
So like over the course of that fight, I'd argue that like Kaido technically should have won that fight that he had against Luffy because a lot of bullshit had to go Luffy's way, right? But I'm saying if they had a rematch, so Luffy gets Gear 5th from the start versus Kaido, whatever final form from the start.
Kaido from the start.
Kaido's winning. I'm
I
putting money on
got
Kaido.
Luffy because we already
got money
saw
on
final
Kaido.
round.
Yeah, I got money on Kaido.
There's
too.
no argument that Kaido was at lower health than Luffy at the end of that fight. Like
No.
once Luffy went Gear 5th.
You can argue. No, you can argue that because of that sneak attack from CP0, it was now fair because Kaido taken so much damage prior to, and that damage accumulated. Remember?
Yeah, but
Yamato
I'm
even
saying,
says
like,
when Yamato
Luffy died,
leaves the fight,
right?
when Yamato leaves the fight, she literally states, "Oh, Kaido's getting weaker," because we see how the debris on Onigashima is falling out. He's actually losing his strength over his flame clouds.
No,
so
I
that's
got
indicative
you.
of Kaido being weaker. So again, so it's kind of like Whitebeard and Marineford War. Before the fight even starts, he's already like half health because he got stabbed through the chest by Swarm.
I got you, but I'm saying the Luffy that was knocked out by Kaido, that factually went to a lower health bar than Kaido did, right? Because he literally got knocked out by Kaido.
But Morj,
Then he got back up in Gear 5.
We're not looking at the supernatural of Luffy coming back to life.
I don't know how much more that is in terms of health.
All right.
I have no idea.
I gotta pull a pan because Luffy's still tired.
No,
in Gear 5.
we know. Like he quote died. He quote died when he came back,
saying,
and he was even beastlier.
Hold up. He's like exhausted though.
So when Jesus came back.
Oh, come on now. We're talking about the Bible?
Jesus came back
the Bible?
on Easter. Do you think he's at 1%
site,
health?
That's not an official site. What are you doing?
No, this is legit. Don't do it. This is WW9.
1,045.
Go to Viz. He doesn't have Viz?
1,045. That's what we're looking for, I think.
What is this?
Yeah, when Luffy fights Kaido.
Let me show you guys this real quick. So this is where you read all of them in color. If you want to read One Piece in color, this is where you read in color. They just don't have the latest chapters in color, but it's the best.
They're probably not.
Piece by far.
I mean, like, we know what happens. Like, we're not retards.
No, I'm just saying. Like, there's a bit right where Luffy's tired, Kaido's tired, right?
Yeah, he turns into an old man.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, Luffy's clearly basically.
But that could be an effect.
That could be an effect of Gear 5.
Right? Yeah, like that could be an actual like.
That's headcanon. I'm just saying. Look, they're both.
I mean, you're assuming that he's like. Hey, listen,
they're both.
Yeah,
at the
you're
same
assuming
place.
he's like on his last leg.
Dude,
yeah, like he has 0 HP.
He's
And
literally
he just came
there.
back to life.
He's literally there.
Bro, he just came back to life.
Come on, man. Why I was dying before this takes a lot of energy. Dude, they're both basically at the same spot. They're both basically like half dead. Like,
this looks like an effect of Gear 5th.
Dude, you just want Kaido to be.
If that's the case,
no
again,
way.
no. So again, if that's the case, then the problem here is that Luffy, once again, he needed Kaido to sit there to take the attack, where that Luffy got the edge over him. And then on top of that, Luffy still has a clear stamina issue with Gear 5. He can't maintain that for a long period of time, whereas Kaido can maintain his max strength for much longer than Luffy can. So, I mean, the only thing Luffy has better than Kaido has is raw power for like the final attack. That's it.
I think we could debate this all day, but I think at the end of the day, you're right in that Kaido could probably sustain his health longer. He could outlast Gear 5th Luffy. I would agree with that.
That's what I am sure.
I would agree with that. But I would say that at the end of the day, at the same time, like
that's part of the fight too, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why the Doflamingo thing, when people say Luffy's stronger than Dofi, is like, well, stamina and outlasting is a part of it. And Luffy, he needed help after Gear 4th ran out, and this is after Gamma Knife and help with Law.
I think I personally I rate more at peak strength because I'm just like that's where I'm like more like it's.
But peak strength isn't enough to get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just harder to rate a lot of these guys when it's like, well, how do we know how much Mihawk's like stamina is against Kaido or something?
Right, and Luffy's a hard one to gauge because like the story is gonna make things happen for him to win.
Yes.
Ideally, yeah, but also like we've seen a full fight of Luffy, we've seen a full fight of Kaido, so we can better gauge how powerful they are. Like guys like Mihawk or guys like like the Reverie guys or like the Revolution guys, we have no idea yet. So we have to kind of see how they play on the full on fight.
One of my big things I still wish that we gotten was like Kaido versus someone that wasn't
Luffy, wasn't the main character.
Like even just like not a supernova or like a scabbard. Like it's like people are always like, oh, Kaido beat up all the scabbards and stuff. I'm like, what does that even mean to me? Like, what is that?
I think people look at, and then people on different sides of the Odin fight. Some people feel like Kaido would have lost. Some people feel like Kaido would have won. But it's different because if you watch the anime, if you read the manga,
anime makes it a lot different.
It makes it feel a lot different. So
anime is a whole different beast, yo.
Just fan fiction.
Anime's clean.
No.
Anime's clean.
Man. Anime is
much better than the manga. It is
Wano anime.
Didn't they just have to tone down the aura or some shit?
Wano anime it's clear. Wano manga.
Yeah. Wano anime is
like the bar.
Like Yamato is a better character in the anime.
Oh
no, Yamato's a better character in the anime, and as is Kaido. Kaido went full schizo. I'm like, this is amazing. This is I'm done.
It's fantastic.
It's
fantastic.
It's beautiful. Next one, more. Let's go.
Let's go. This is gonna take us a minute. All right.
That wasn't even an official one.
You guys want to move on? Yeah. No. Dude, I
derived from Shanks and
Mihawk.
Yamato Mihawk. No, I pray that Luffy gets knocked out by somebody before this. Otherwise, like, we're gonna get back to that argument.
Maybe
if Luffy gets knocked, I don't know who can knock Luffy out at this point.
But you think Kaido?
Kaido. Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna fight Kaido.
Kaido,
again.
Big Mom, probably.
That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna fight them again.
Black.
No, I'm saying on this tournament. Like I'm hoping.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm hoping Luffy gets knocked out of this bracket.
Oh, on
before
this
we
tournament?
Circle back to this. Circle back to the same argument we started with.
Okay, fair enough.
Kid, Big Mom, easy. Big Mom,
Kid.
Yeah, definitely Kid. Get the fuck out of here. Big
Kid
Mom.
just beat him.
Give it to the big bitch.
Kid just beat her.
Wait,
nah,
what?
Come on. It's Big Mom. Let's go. What are you talking about? Let's go.
Okay. I'm just checking. I was like,
Like he's straight trolling. Obviously, he's trolling.
Kid just beat her, man.
listen,
This
bro,
kid is credit. Kid season.
Sometimes progress power.
Kid season.
Madness.
Law Blackbeard. We can move this one along, right?
It's Cole. Why do you hate Kid, man?
Black Kid is he's alright. He's just not that nigga. He's not that dude. People thought that he was the dude. Like,
No, dude,
he's just as strong as Luffy.
Kid
he
deserves
rolled
credit
out-
for what he did in Wano, man.
When he
What'd he
pulled
do?
out his gun, like he was hyping up the secret technique. When he pulled out the gun and then he shot the cannon, it felt like it could have been a pre-time skip attack. Like I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
my gosh,
Right? Like, dude, come on. It was just like a bullet.
bro! The craftsmanship from that weapon
The craftsmanship.
to make that on the fly,
Whoa,
that is
the dwarven
amazing.
engineers that crafted the gun. You,
Dude,
I
Frank,
don't think that's
Big
Frankie,
Mom was
Frankie could literally
disrespecting
make
them in real
something
time.
better. Frankie could
Yes.
make something better than that on the fly pre-time skipping a fight. I feel
Yes,
if you
agreed.
gave him some materials.
Agreed. Like
That's
Kid has really
insane.
damn good.
That is
All
insane.
right.
Kid,
I'm,
Bro,
no,
he
Kid
made
has
it
really
immediately.
I'm
good
trolling a
strength.
little bit here.
Nah,
What?
Come
Kid
on.
has really good strength. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the fact that the
He made Big
Yonko-
Mom
well,
dodge.
No, the fact that he didn't. The fact that both Kaido and
Bro,
Big Mom
picked up the
against
rubble
Kid
in the ground.
and Law, like every time Kaido's like, oh, this dude fucking Law, man, or Big Mom, this man Law scared me. Every time it's like Kid's doing stuff, but Law is one that they're all like, damn, it's Law. Whoa, it's Law. It's like, come on,
Law was playing
no.
support. Law was playing support.
Law was playing support. I agree with that.
The best
Law
support in
is
the game.
He's the ultimate.
No, he is the best support in the game.
He's the best
But
he's
Kid,
Chris Paul.
So clean. Where he might
kids,
be DPS.
kids, Uzi Bull scared
Nah.
Big Mom so much that she was like,
Law
I gotta,
is not only the
I gotta
support,
pick
but
up
also
the ground.
Law support and DPS, while Kid's just the tank. He just soaks damage. That's Kid's job. All right, just stand there and
No,
just take some damage.
it's
All right,
a-
that's
it's
Kid.
100%.
Bro, he took a full on blow from Big Mom. Was like, yo, bitch, that's nothing.
Oh, yes, Kid. Woohoo! Well done.
I think, like I said, I don't think Law like Kid is the most impressive. But I think he did his thing in Wano.
Who'd you put above Kid or Law?
Law.
Between the two.
Law, without a doubt.
1-on-1. You would put
Law.
Law above Kid 1-on-1?
Easily.
Law hasn't shown me.
My
anything.
bias is gonna have me choose Law, but I just
Dude,
can't in my head.
We saw
my head,
the
I
puncture
can't-
Willie, yo.
In my head, I can't figure out a way Kid could beat Law in my head.
Yo, we saw the puncture Willie. It's like this thing, he literally matched the same hole that Gear 5 made. I'm like, no. That's
It's weird 'cause, like,
man.
Law's abilities are
No.
bizarre though, because it's like he can cut like a mountain range, but that doesn't mean he's like as strong of a swordsman as like Zoro or Mihawk.
But you can cut a mountain
He
range.
lacks
That
the
same,
skill,
that same attack
probably,
is stopped by
but
Dofi.
he's still
Yeah,
better
that's
than
what
Law.
I'm
He-
saying. Like,
like-
I don't
like,
think
on
that Law's
paper, like, look what they've
attacks-
done. It's-
I don't think Law's attacks are as like hockey
Law's
side to it,
attacks
you
are
know what I mean?
like they're great against nothing. You know what I mean?
What does that even mean? What?
Meaning, like, so for Law cutting the mountain range, it's impressive, but when he goes up against Dofi, it just like stops it, no problem.
He went
Yeah.
against Dofi,
Yeah.
who knows his abilities in and out. Yeah, of course, it is what it is.
No,
But
no,
we
that
saw it
doesn't
happen in this
matter.
arc.
Whose hockey is better.
It matters a lot because we saw in this arc how devastating. We have literal Yonko saying, "Oh, dude, this guy Law, man, whoa." Like
Yeah, but
literally
if
on a
it
regular
goes that-
basis,
But
they
that's
were all
his
on
fruit is
edge with
good.
Law.
His
You
fruit
don't
is
think
good.
you don't think Virgo know Dofi?
Well, that's the point. Yeah, like his fruit is good, but
I'm just saying, like,
also,
he as a
he
fighter
has-
is not that good. Like,
no, he's a
rel-
very good fighter.
relative
He's a
to
really
his
good
fruit-
fighter. What are you
relative
talking
to his
about?
fruit- If you gave Zoro his fruit, Zoro would be like Mihawk would be dead 50 chapters ago.
I mean, I don't know if
Like,
Zoro has
you know what I
that.
mean?
Like being a doctor helps with having that fruit. So Zoro's not a doctor, but I mean, it is what is there.
It's just
But at
like-
the same time, I
Hockey-wise, I haven't seen much from him. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but he doesn't need that. Clearly, he doesn't. That's secondary bullshit for him. He's Law could easily be in the top 5 strongest fighters of all time coming into the series. He's on pace for that. He really is. It's ridiculous.
No,
That's what Law could
coming
be.
out of the series, I could
He
see
needs some
something
hockey.
like that. Yeah, like if he
has hockey.
I need
It's
to see
just
him.
mid.
That's what I'm saying.
I need to see him not as support. I need to see him fight someone that's
Oda
stronger than
doesn't like
Doflamingo
having him on
and
1v1.
not-
He's a support that's matching attacks from like gear, or at least matching like damage. It's like gear 5 level stuff. It's like, come on, like what more could you possibly want?
for him to fight
Like
someone 1v1.
even, I mean, listen, he did a great job against the Yonko. That's all I need to
Yes,
see.
he did.
Really,
He did.
That's it. That's it.
More just saying you're too quiet.
Oh, they're saying I'm too quiet.
And Cole is too loud.
I'm too loud. Ooh, spicy.
This is gonna be really difficult for me to fix. Hold on.
I think that's just Cole.
I'm
Wow,
just
Lord, my
gonna
God.
do it.
Being a big black man.
Thank you.
All right,
But I think
let's
he
just
can
move on.
adjust volume.
What we do.
I think we got the next one. Sanjay Ben Beckman. I think this is
Ben
actually
Beckman. Ben
a
Beckman.
cool one in theory someday down the line, but right now I gotta go Ben Beckman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ben
Benny.
Beckman. Benny boy.
You guys got Ben Beckman as the strongest first make
Yes,
right now?
sir. The
I
whole
think I do.
crew, of course.
Is he stronger than Sabo?
Might be.
I think I got him above Saba right now, but you never know because of Saba's role in the story.
I don't know. Sabo's.
Saba could be stronger next time we see him.
He
You know
could
what I
be.
mean?
Yeah,
That's
it's close there.
There's no vote here.
Hey, whoa, smooth thick. Yo, put too much in the name. What are you doing, dude? Yo,
You
Garp
want-
is slow and old.
King, you can't be serious right now.
Garp is slow and old.
All right,
Smooth
well,
Garp.
Thick
it's a
has the
two.
skills, yo.
All right, well, two people
Garp.
voting Garp. Come on now.
Cole and
Come
his
on
Garp
now.
hate has been existent
I'm trolling.
for
Kind
so
of.
long.
I'm
All right.
trolling kind of.
He's so serious right now.
No, I'm not. You never know. You never know.
We're going
Oh
Luffy?
man,
Yeah.
Damn. Katakuri, yeah, Luffy,
Come on
of
now.
course.
Yeah.
got a curry.
All right, so I'm interested in this because I think it's King easy unless Crocodile's gotten like a crazy buff or something like that. But
You
I don't know
probably
how
did.
much you get. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't speculate too well just yet, or we could. We're allowed to vote. So
King or crocodile?
yeah, you think Crocodile right now? Whatever's.
I kind
he's
of want
been
to
up
believe that Oda's kind of prepping for like the end game stuff.
Yeah,
So
dude,
that's
everyone-
He's gonna
Crocodile.
scale him. He's gonna
Yeah,
scale
because-
him.
Yeah,
Crocodile's gonna have
But
hockey, he's
right
gonna
now,
have
based
other
off what
stuff.
we know, King should beat crocodile.
Yeah,
for
without
sure.
a doubt.
Based off what
But
we know.
I'm going to assume that Oda's prepping Crocodile for whatever end game stuff. So I think I'm gonna say Crocodile.
So we got one vote for Croc. I'm gonna go ahead and vote King just off of what we know. But like,
I'm
Braga,
going King.
your time
I don't think a body change should automatically give you make you stronger.
Croc would. I'm glad he didn't go further because he would have been one of the toughest to
Yeah,
keep guessing around with this.
because you have to like headcanon everything.
Yeah, basically. All right, we got Akainu versus Kizaru.
Sakazuki.
Yeah, just rolling the story, right?
Yeah, on paper at least.
That's
yeah.
tough to take out. Like if an admiral take out another admiral. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
unless it was Green
Sakazuki.
Bull, then I think we all just we know what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
I mean, according to Brago, Green Bull's stronger than Kizaru. So
No, come on now, Braga.
No, no.
I mean,
no.
Braga, we had a whole
I d-
segment for it. We had
No,
a whole
I didn't
segment
say
for
that.
it. What do you mean,
Hold
Braga?
on? Was this before we got the Green Bull Shanks scene? Because I think before that,
Oh
you know,
yeah, it was during the break. Brago was
during the break, I could
Brago's
see-
man.
no, during
No,
the
no,
break,
he
I
was
could
his
see it.
champion.
No,
like you
here's
know
the
how
thing.
like in Game of Thrones,
yeah.
Tyrion Lannister, I call champion. Brago called Green Bull. He was his champion.
No, here's
That
the
was his
thing. Here's the
champion.
thing. Here's the thing.
Uh,
Cole acts like if they had Marineford again, who'd be sitting in the middle? I was trolling and I said Green Bull.
Dude,
But, you know.
Braga, I see
I
you
told
because
you Kizaru.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Fine.
like at that point in time, like King, like Green Bull had just taken out King and Queen. Like it looked like easily.
No, but even then, it was
No,
like
because it was obvious that they were weakened as hell.
That's
Like,
fair,
that
but it was
clear.
exciting.
No, but-
like we got a big break. It was just exciting, new character. Like I was
Yeah,
on
like
the
it was.
Green. I was
yeah,
on the
Green
hype
Bull,
train. I was on the Green
Araki,
Bull.
Like
hype
he has a
train.
black blade, or that
Yeah.
kind of blah blah blah, whatever.
But even
No.
then, we weren't putting Green Bull over the other admirals. Even
No, we had a stream.
no, we can go back. We can go back and look at it.
Brago.
I could pull this up. We can
Oh,
stream
well,
ourselves watching your
bro.
stream.
Okay, no. I had like a 5-part video, and then during that, Brago admits that like it's okay. Wait. Okay, go to my channel and look at the thumbnail where it's Kizaru crying like he's Will Smith on stage, and then Green Bull's in the corner watching this man like a clown. It's in that
Listen,
video where Brago admits that he
listen.
thinks that Green Bull's stronger than Kizaru.
Listen.
What's the
The
video
conversation was around what the potential of Green Bull could be, right? And I was like, I don't know. Green Bull could be the next champion. We don't know. But it's like, Yeah, that was the conversation.
Is the
No,
video
it was
called
simple,
Yatta? Is this video called Yatta Akainu So Uwu?
No,
the
not Yatta.
strongest
No.
Feature? Okay, because I'm just like
No,
what the
it's
fuck
one
is
before that. It's one where it's
Oh.
Kizaru. He's crying.
I went crazy when Green
He's
Bull
Will
pulled
Smith.
up?
Smith.
It says
Yes,
I went crazy
probably.
when Green Bull pulled up. All right, it's not.
No.
Kizaru
That's the
crying.
first one. So like it's a series where it's like me and Brock. We had like a 5-part series.
Yeah, it was like a-
Okay, Yonko overrated. Dude, I don't see the one that you're talking about.
What? Okay.
Oh, Kizaru is the
Hold on.
weakest admiral. That's got to be.
Yes, thank you.
And it
Yes.
says featuring BDA law, so I figured that this
Yes.
is like a quote.
Getting back to the. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That's when Braga was like, "Hey, you know, this guy Green Bull,
Bro, listen. This is coming off the high of Green Bull, and it felt great. No, listen. Listen. It felt amazing trolling Cole with Green Bull, but in the top 30. No, for real. Because I mean, honestly, nobody put Green Bull over Kizaru.
I did.
It just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough.
For me, I thought Green Bull was the strongest new admiral when he first came out. I don't think it's a shameful take. I just think that Braga walking it back right now is kind of funny.
He's walking it back, he's doing like basketball back pedals, yo. He's going as fast as humanly possible. Braga, I love you, yo.
I don't think I'm walking it back.
All right. No, because I had that take too at the time. Like I think even at DreamCon we're talking like Green Bull's like something pretty different from the admirals we've had so far.
Deadass. You guys have that take, deadass?
All right, what's this? Because I got it.
That's that's a kind of. Got to get to the admiral.
Sakazuki.
Yep.
Sakazuki. Yatta.
Hancock, Queen versus Queen.
I agree with you, yo. Boa got crushed right before. Blackbeard just crushed her, yo.
No. I think here's the thing. Boa would win the fight. I think. Oh, sorry for putting you guys' votes in. She would win the fight.
Oh, you know, because of the counter.
Yeah, counter. I don't think we got to like rank her in the grand scheme of things here. It's like Queen was like he goes to the red light district all the time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Fair enough. But on paper, Boa Hancock's kind of tricky. I agree with you.
Yeah, she's really tricky.
It's
Blackbeard negative her, yo.
Blackbeard is negative in a lot of people though.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, because I would figure like she would rely on the hockey, but apparently she doesn't. At least now we see that. Or maybe.
But the thing is, like Blackbeard, I'm sure is probably physically stronger than Boa. So once he has,
yeah.
And then does Boa know about Blackbeard's? She should know about Blackbeard's abilities, but once you're in front of him, it's like it's a completely different scenario.
I suppose. White
not many people.
Seraphim Mihawk. What is this? This is a horrible matchup, yo.
Look, I just threw it.
Which like old Whitebeard?
See, normally
any version is gonna get.
I don't think it matters.
Any version. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah.
See, normally I'd say old Whitebeard, but it looks like we're going Prime, just because
Prime old doesn't matter to me.
Prime Beard.
Prime Beard is
the problem is that we got Roger and Rayleigh and stuff in here, so it's got to be assumed Prime.
Yeah,
right?
it got to be Prime.
I would assume Prime.
Dude, but Prime Whitebeard's gonna cause all sorts of complications for this.
All right.
It may, unless Prime Whitebeard goes up against Shanks, then we have a conversation.
We'll see.
Would you say Shanks and not Roger?
I think Shanks would be stronger than Roger.
That's an interesting take. Zoro versus Green Bull, who we now think sucks.
Green Bull.
Green Bull.
Green Bully Bull.
Yeah, I didn't see this too bad in retrospect.
Aramaki.
Fucked over.
That's
really
an obvious
bad,
pick. That's an obvious pick. Yeah, really good fuck out of your son. Sorry.
Is Roger sick?
No. Stop it.
Is Roger sick?
Really's getting crushed.
That's
Roger.
Jinbei versus Kuzan.
Yeah. I'm throwing my vote for Kuzan.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, Kuzan. But to be fair, you could argue that maybe
it's not close.
It's not close.
It's not close.
Some folks argue, yeah, I agree, but some folks argue that Kuzan actually much weaker than he was in the past because he lost a limb. So
that's never the thing in One Piece.
He could have one leg. I'd still take him over Jinbei.
Yeah.
Also, just the matchup's the worst matchup for Jinbei. Probably. Marco Sabo. Oh, this is a fun one. All right. This is good. I seeded it pretty good.
I'm going Sabo. I'm going Flame Emperor. Flame Emperor. He has better portrayal.
I'm leaning towards Sabo, man.
I'm putting my vote in.
Portrayal.
I'm putting my vote in for Marco, but Braga, you got Sabo, then Sabo moves on.
Okay.
Sabo has the portrayal, then he had the advanced hockey before the Devil Fruit, so.
True. I just like Marco's Devil Fruit makes me feel like he's got a shot versus like a lot of characters.
I think he has a shot.
Yeah.
But
it's just
the stamina thing is an issue. Like, it's not necessarily.
Well, hold on. It's so weird.
It's not an issue per se.
It shouldn't be an issue.
It
really shouldn't be an issue for Marco, but after a couple boxing with King and Queen, he was like, yeah.
Dude, but it's
Yoi.
You think Sabo would have beat King and Queen?
Hell, no.
No.
Okay.
No.
Like they're still close, right? Like it's a That's a
It's
tight
close.
one, no matter how you.
It's close.
Not
Yes.
they're young. At full power, not like it's a Yonko.
No, I'm saying like between Sabo and Marco.
Yeah, Sabo and Marco. No,
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say no.
Dude, the thing is though, like, can Sabo's we're done with it. Sabo moved on, but like, can Sabo
Yeah.
put Marco down, like damage wise?
remember Sabo has the hockey techniques,
Ideally, yeah.
even without his devil fruit. He has all that different
I'm just
stuff.
saying though, like
Like,
admirals were
Marco
hitting
is
Marco.
invincible.
We
Yeah,
saw
but
Admirals
Marco's
hit
invincible.
Marco.
Yeah, but even still, like Marco, but Marco could recover. Like Marco, I think that ultimately, like Marco, his main game is the stamina play. Where like he's invincible up until his stamina runs out.
And the
After
stamina
that,
play,
you can-
the stamina play took a hit in Wano.
yeah, pretty much.
Dude, but
You
again,
know what I'm saying?
it took 2 commanders though, and he was still kind of
did.
going after that.
But it's still commanders. And the
And
thing is,
again,
it
also,
wasn't
Sabo's a
that
commander.
long.
Sabo's a commander.
It
I
wasn't
mean,
right around there?
yeah,
Or,
but
well,
how
no,
high
it
of a
depends
commander?
where you put
How
him.
high of a commander?
Depends where you put him.
Yeah, but say because Sabo could be, I think, above commanders at this point in time. Honestly, I think Sabo. I think he has like
Sabo is
Flame Emperor thing going
on the
dude.
level of the right hands, if not slightly above.
Like
at this
they're
point.
saying that Sabo could be like usurping dragon. Like
The
hold on
only-
now. Like this is
That's what
insane.
no people got relaxed. But I think Sabo at this point, we're comparing him to the likes of Ben Beckman. Like that's where he is.
Yeah.
He's above every other every other commander. He's above every other right hand.
And arguably
And-
over some admirals. Depends.
No,
You say no, but maybe. Honestly, like we're getting to this point. Eventually.
okay, you're right. He
Okay,
may-
because here's the
Maybe.
thing. How do I get that? Eventually, Sabo has to fight against a Akainu. I think he's gonna be like the ace.
Yeah.
Like 2.0.
yeah.
He has to be
Yeah.
able to be admiral at some point.
I don't got Sabo versus Akainu, so I think that's where I kind of differ. In
Really?
terms of, like,
I think it makes the most sense personally.
I think
Maybe
Luffy
like a
Akainu
dragon?
makes like
I think
significantly more
Luffy.
sense. Luffy Akainu
Versus
makes a lot of
Akainu?
sense. Yeah, Luffy Akainu. Come on now, Luffy hates
Damn.
Akainu. Like it's a very very personal.
But not even
vendetta.
final villain though.
Yeah, but Luffy's gonna
if
beat
Akainu
characters
was the
that are
final
final
villain,
villains.
sure.
Ooh,
But if
wait,
okay,
so
if
wait, wow,
so if
Akainu's
Luffy-
just a stepping stone for the final villain like Emu or Blackbeard?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
because
mean,
to
yeah.
me, at least the way I look at it,
Oh.
Luffy Akainu is like a very very important dynamic in the series. I think so. To me, it's just like something that's set up almost as much as Luffy Blackbeard. Like not quite there, but almost as much.
I think
You know-
I believe I kind of agree with that, but I think Sabo's taking over that. It's like he's stepping in for Luffy like he did in Dressrosa.
I could
Like
see that
I
happening.
got it from here.
Yeah,
I
I
would
agree.
be like
Yeah, I agree.
personally disappointed, but like I
Really?
just think there's because
I
like
think because
like
what
the
people want to
writing
see
is
is
so
Akainu
good.
get beat with
around
like
Luffy
Ace's
Akainu.
power.
Yeah.
But that's more
You know what I'm saying?
like
Like,
that's more
I think
like
it's more fitting. Like it's like this is Ace 2.0.
This
We
is
know
Ace
that it's
2.0,
Sabo.
no, but that, I think that's more coming from
amnesia
like
got undone because of that reason. You know,
to me that's more
take
coming from
revenge.
like a place of like wanting to see Ace get it back against Akainu versus to me I think like what's
Yeah,
way
no,
more important
yeah.
from that scene was like what happened for Luffy and what Akainu did to Luffy and what like losing someone like that to to Akainu like that meant for him in the story down the line.
but
So
let's
to me,
think
it's
about the
like-
catalyst. Who's the catalyst for all of this though?
It doesn't matter because like both of them are down the line for Luffy in my book. So like I think both
But I
of them
think-
really
yeah.
matter, and I think at the end of the day, like it's much more important for Luffy's story to finally take down Akainu after everything that happened and the kind of the story arc it set him on, versus like Sabo kind of just getting it back for Ace and the Fire Fruit. You know what I'm saying?
I think it makes more sense for Sabo, especially now that let's say Sabo is the one to let's say lead the Rev, not Dragon. We know that Akainu has ties to Dragon for whatever reason that has to be explained. So Akainu I think has more connection with the whole Rev thing that has to be kind of fleshed out. Once it's all fleshed out, then we'll see. Okay, it makes more sense that Sabo's the one rather than Luffy.
Because Oda's almost
Pirate
connecting
King,
those
though, 'cause
storylines. He's
Pirate
correcting
King-
those storylines, right?
Yeah,
Because even
yeah,
with the
I agree.
Green Bull and everything that happened at Mary Joa, Akainu was like, I don't care what happens, right? We'll fight back at them directly opposing that whole thing.
Right, like, yeah,
So-
no,
He's
right,
talking
yeah,
about
so
pirates in general, though. He's
Right,
talking
but
about
it's like
pirates
the-
and Revos and stuff. Like, because
Sure,
that's
but
a
it's
new
after that
thing for
major
Sabo.
event that kind of shifted things.
Yeah, but
So I
Akainu's
think
been
it's-
bitching about Luffy for like way longer than Sabo. Like, this is a new thing.
They always
but
bitch
like
about
at the end of
Luffy.
the
Yeah.
day,
They
I'm
didn't
saying
bitch
I
like
mean,
about
they all have.
Pirate
They
versus
all
Like
have.
Marine.
Sengoku be timeskip bitch about Luffy.
Dude, let me just say this. Let me say this.
Mugiwara, and then Garp like, nah,
It's
like
clearly
your
more,
grandson.
at least from what
They-
I've seen,
okay.
it's clearly two important things. It's clearly more personal to Akainu, right? Like he talks about Luffy significantly more
Well,
than average.
well,
And
why?
He cares
two,
more about Dragon.
bigger thing,
Yeah,
bigger
because
thing,
it's
About
Dragon.
Dragon.
bigger thing.
Dragon.
He doesn't
Luffy,
he call him
Luffy
Dragon
cares about
son.
it.
Oh, Dragon's son, yeah.
Dragon's son.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But
I
at
was
this
wrong,
point,
I
he's
was wrong.
obviously viewing Luffy in that light more and more like as an individual. Bigger thing is that
That's
Luffy
Luffy's dad.
has a vendetta against Akainu. Luffy still gets angry when he hears Akainu's name. That's really
Yeah.
rare. And Luffy clutches his scar when he hears Akainu's name. To me, that's like a done deal practically, because like if Luffy personally has a vendetta against someone, That's big. He almost never personally cares about taking
Here's how
someone
we
down.
split the
I can see
difference.
Clash.
It's either him,
right.
It's
It's either Luffy Blackbeard, Luffy Akainu. Those are the only two he kind of cares about.
Here's how we agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But
Luffy
after that,
starts,
Sabo.
Sabo finishes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Could be a brother thing. I don't know. We'll find out at the end of the day.
Okay, but
To me,
here's
it's
the
just
thing: if
like,
it takes
Kainu?
Luffy
No
and
way.
Sabo to beat Akainu,
Yeah, no way. Not this one.
no. I'm not saying
Not
like
this
it would
one.
take both necessarily. I'm still leaning towards it's just Luffy, but I'm trying to humor you guys who are saying it's Sabo, so I'm throwing him in there.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
But that's
I think
we'll
Luffy
find
could
out
start
at
it
the
and
end of
Sabo comes in and jumps in and Luffy
Maybe
moves on.
maybe
from
Luffy
there.
base fights Akainu for a bit, and he's like, "You're not like your fifth, like you're not
That's
your
wild
fifth
as hell.
worthy or something like that." And move on. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. If he's saving up the
That'll be a
stamina or something
huge
like that.
letdown.
What do you want from me then? I say it should just be Luffy versus Akainu. I'm giving you some other
Not
options. You're
happening.
like,
Not
no, that was
Not happening.
Not a full on fight.
No.
I
all right.
disagree. Either
Let's wait
Dragon
and
or
see. Let's
Sabo.
wait and see. I think there's too much
Yeah,
building,
let's see.
too much character building.
Dragon and
Defense.
Sabo.
Dragon and Sabo. Dragon. What do you guys think about the Gorosei? Because this is like a weird extra factor that like could make for more matchups,
Oda
but it's
Oda
like,
did say he said that they
they're
haven't
there,
revealed
they're
their true value yet, right?
they haven't revealed
Yeah.
their true value.
So yeah. So
Right.
the only thing they haven't revealed is their strength. So unless Emu can like use all of them, like
Or their
Pain,
immortality.
maybe.
Yeah, it's possible.
Maybe.
We see the Gorosei looking the same in like all the flashbacks. They look the same. It's
How
the
many
same
how
dude.
many bodies did Pain have?
oh
Pain.
yeah, no, I heard this a little bit. Like, what if they're his, his body's
Yeah.
in pain?
Yeah.
You think that's no? It's like
Yeah,
what,
but-
7?
Was it 7?
Six,
Deva,
right? I thought there's
Ashra,
just the six paths of-
human, animal.
7 paths?
Yeah. No, 6 paths of pain.
Six
Six. I
paths.
think 6. Yeah. 6.
Well, do you
Yeah, I
count
saw
the
a theory.
main
I saw a
body?
theory about that.
Yeah, what?
Paul Mao,
Yeah, I
welcome to
saw-
the Yon Code. Thanks very much. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I saw a theory about that. But nah, we'll see. I mean, I do think they're fairly powerful, but
No.
I think the gauge, are they stronger than Admirals? I don't think so.
Them being powerful kind of number one puts a damper on CP0. Like they're supposed to be like defending them, and like that's Rob Lucci's. Like Rob Lucci, Stussy, Kako, that's their job. And then also these guys get shook too easily to be like powerful. Like they could be powerful, but they get shook way too easily.
I could see a cool twist where it's like we never really needed protecting in the first place, and they could be, some of them could be pretty strong.
But then it begs the question: wait, where the hell were you guys for like the entire damn series? You guys are this powerful, this nasty. Like you guys are like admirals on your own right. Why the hell were you guys moving
Why
around
would they do
handling
anything?
business?
They're that's the board.
If they have to usher in like global cleansings now because things have gone out of hand, you guys should have stopped that quite easily. And
but
again,
no, but the thing is, why would they risk them together and
Risk
their
what?
knowledge? Because what if something does happen to them?
then they're not that nasty.
There's four others. Right?
No,
they're
it's just
yeah,
it's
but
just
they're
not
not
worth.
that nasty.
No,
What
it's
do
just
you
not
mean?
worth it. You use the pieces on the chessboard. Like you're not going to go down there because things get rough. You keep using
And the
you
pieces
have.
are failing.
Braga, I
They're
think,
failing.
No,
I
but
think
that's why you bring in the cleansing. You
Braga, I
have
think,
tools that you can use.
one problem is you're thinking too smart, which is like, I don't know if Oda's got all that, like, in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
Nah,
Oda
the
just
world
does
government,
some
they
shit.
have been.
It's like we
Like-
just have the PX Seraphims now. They're strong as hell. Then you have this cleansing, whatever this thing is. Then you have like the CP0 guys that are pretty damn powerful like in their own rights. And then you have the admirals who they themselves even stated that the admirals are like their strongest military power. Green Bull, Fujitora, Kizaru, and Akainu. And then now these guys are, well, we're admirals too. It's like, come on. You guys are just lazy then. You guys are just lazy and incompetent. If you have this much power, you guys haven't done shit in the new world? No, you guys are lazy. Nah.
I had a theory
know.
for like a little bit. That
I would
maybe
go.
they,
I would go to lazy.
Lazy and incompetent.
I thought that maybe
Incompetence.
Bonnie,
Yeah,
like
I would
they
go to
wanted
lazy.
Bonnie just because if like maybe to age the Gorosei back to their primes or something, and that could be a good balance. But one of the
weird part is
Gorosei,
kind of statement.
one of the Gorosei is already like the blonde one. He's young enough.
Sanji's
like,
dad. Yeah, he's still
so-
pretty
dude,
young.
the Sanji dad one. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm like,
Sanji's dad is still pretty
he's
young.
Yeah, but these
young.
guys are still. But I think those same guys are still around. I think we see them during the O'Hara flashback. I think even during the like they look the same, all speaking. So like
They
could
look
be,
the
like,
same.
that's
Their
true.
their
Pretty
main thing
interesting.
could be we don't die. We're actually immortal. Like the past users of the law's ability, they actually use their immortality surgery on these guys. Okay,
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Wait. 'cause
Yeah, I don't know.
Ian
I think that-
is- No, go ahead.
I think they're definitely fighters, right? I think it's
One of
clear
them
that
has a
they're
sword.
fighters.
One of them has
Yeah,
a sword. So
like-
something's happening.
Ooh,
So 1 sec, I'll just say this: Im is not on the list, so I kind of just want to get the opinion
That's
right
fine.
now, which is like, do you guys think Im is
For sure.
top
Yeah,
one
they
right
could
now?
be.
He's a
Yeah,
Kaguya.
You
it
think he's
could
top
be.
one?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, all right.
Could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it's possible.
So this is the one that's, I guess, the first.
Where we at?
Kaido
Shanks.
This is the first.
Shanks.
Oh wow.
Oh, you throwing your vote in right away, King?
Yeah, Shanks.
I thought you were a
Without
Kaido guy for a while. Maybe I'm wrong.
Listen, I wasn't for the Kaidos, man. I think him and Shanks are close, but every time, well, number one, Kaido has Shanks on its own top 5 list. A. B. Shanks has the greatest. Shanks has the greatest. It is what it is. You can't deny it.
Well,
And
he's
then
not going to put
after
himself on his top 5 list.
Well, hold on,
Well,
hold on. No, true, but also all the guys that you can see on the list, you argue are stronger than Kaido. A prime Whitebeard, a prime Roger, I would assume Roxy's the back, who Sengoku says is Roger's greatest foe. So he's probably over even prime Whitebeard. And then Oden, you could argue, was phenomenally powerful. I would argue he's stronger than Rayleigh at his peak, personally speaking. So, and all these guys can argue, I'd argue, beat Kaido. So why would I exclude Shanks? That doesn't make sense.
The thing this goes against Kaido's whole existence.
A lot of things went against their whole like Whitebeard's the world's strongest man, but he was clearly inferior.
But he clearly was not.
Maybe not inferior, but like
he clearly was not.
But a lot of hold on. So then, if Sengoku says that Rox Disabek was Roger's greatest foe, then who's stronger, Rox Disabek or Whitebeard?
Whitebeard.
No, I'm putting Rox without a
because
doubt.
the thing is, him being his greatest foe could mean an overall encapsulating against in a story, as opposed to 1v1. Yeah, it's his greatest foe because he was his greatest competition for what Roger wanted to accomplish. Whitebeard was not that.
We're not too
they
sure.
didn't want the same things. But Whitebeard was the strongest man in the world.
But what we do know is that this is Roger back when he was probably at better health and probably way more powerful than what we see actually Odin flashback. Odin flashback, that's Roger after a few years of being terminally ill. And he still went to fight for like 4 days.
Didn't they say it didn't
against
affect his
Whitebeard.
strength?
Yeah, but that's clear not the case here because we see like later on he's coughing up blood in his room.
No, but at that point they said it didn't affect his strength. That when he was coughing up blood, wasn't that like a year later?
But again,
that was over
years,
a year later.
No, but again, remember he's years into his terminal illness. He only has a year left to live.
No, but what I'm saying is at that point they said that his strength is not affected by his illness.
No, but the problem again, his strength, not okay, but again, his stamina is because obviously he can't maintain
stamina is part of his strength.
I would agree.
We know that in One Piece
we
know that One Piece characters can use their maximum strength power despite their body's condition. We've seen before time and time again. So we see a max power hockey Roger, of course, but how long can he maintain himself for a period of time? Odds are not that well because again, he had the illness, and we saw it affect him, of course.
I think that's like
the given.
I think that's just like assuming a bit more than
the illness doesn't affect him at that point.
It's one of those things where again, like I think Oda's just trying to get across the idea that they're basically evenly matched and like
they're evenly matched given how one had a
illness. I just don't
illness, right? Yeah, it's like you can't ignore that. At least I would ignore that. Personally.
Dude, it's one of those things where I feel like Oda needed to write that Roger's gonna die soon, but he also wanted to show the reader that like Roger and Whitebeard are like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he was writing the illness in to say that it's affecting Roger's strength. Like, he just needed the illness purely to say
the
Roger's
illness
gonna die.
You know, so like, I don't think it was
supposed to be
that.
Okay, so
yeah, I don't think it was relevant to the fight.
What I'm trying to get at here is that this is a Roger that you could easily argue it is not at his prime strength because of that terminal illness. You can argue easily that prior to the illness, that's a prime strength Roger. Once the illness is there, that affects his body to where he's gonna wind up ultimately dying within a year's time.
So I mean,
but I see what you're saying there. Like I see you saying, like okay, like he can still do his max attacks. Fair enough, fine, of course, without doubt.
No, but the story specifically says that he wasn't affected. Right, and the thing is, Oda puts that in there to let us know that this is both. Fight? This is, when him and Whitebeard are going at it in the flashback.
Yeah, but like, where's it say like he's not affected by his illness like during the fight?
I think it was like some. I think it was some external thing. I think it was like
Crocker said.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So that even
I
like when he
agree that
so it's like Oda is letting us know like these are the two mano y mano going at it, and this is both peak. This is both of them at their peak.
Yeah, I can argue that Whitebeard is like again, like I see what you're saying, but the problem is that we know he's gonna die in a year.
You know what? Hold up. Let's save it for when they inevitably meet in the bracket because I think that's just gonna happen at this point. Because like I got my thoughts too and everything. So
yeah,
all right.
Let me
Shanks is better. He's better portrayal than Kaido, even compared to Kaido himself. And also Shanks is probably strong. He's better hockey than Kaido. Minimum.
Okay, let me shout out some supers real quick. Then Braga, if you want to give your take, thanks. Caleb Brown says, this is generally one of the best collabs I've seen. Seeing Brago and Cole unite to attack Morj's take is priceless. So thanks, guys. Appreciate every one of you guys. Yeah, my chat doesn't like me.
An odd duo. Yo.
Judge
Very
top
odd.
5 says Applina top hat.
True.
Pull Mouse says can't miss some agenda power scaling discussion. Yep. Sheriff Lafitte says Akaino's the only person to mentally break Luffy and leave a scar on him. Yep. Isis Saba's better than Admirals. Look at the Reverie. I think that's pretty controversial. I don't agree. Some guy named Flame Emperor said yes, I'm over Marco. Carlos Echeverria says LeBron versus Usopp, who wins? Honestly, Usopp would take it. Like it's. I think even without. Yeah, he's like.
Is this prime LeBron?
No, what?
Doesn't matter. Usopp taking that.
What difference?
Usopp taking that. LeBron can't do shit. He's gonna get dunked on. He's gonna get clapped.
Tom says Law versus Kid is me with a knife versus Shaq. Yeah, I could stab him, but there's no way in hell I'm getting to that point. I disagree with that.
Okay.
Wait, say it again. What was that?
He said Law versus Kid is me with a knife versus Shaq. So he's implying that Kid is like Shaq and it's you with a knife. He's saying, yeah.
You mean in that way? Oh no, never mind.
I don't know. Like I said, I can't.
think it's a bad analogy.
Feasibly think like
Law has vastly superior feats than Kid. I'm done. He's vastly superior feats. Not even close.
In one-on-one, it's different though. Like I think Kid showed more one-on-one capability. Yeah.
No, I don't think Kid.
I don't know.
How?
Like
Law doesn't have one-on-one feats.
Big Mom actively dodging Kid's attack because she didn't want to be hit by it. That speaks volumes, I think.
King, I'm saying like one-on-one, like all of Law's attacks on Big Mom were sneak attacks. So it was when she was distracted with something else or from behind or something. I need to see like Kid actually
it's a 2v. Wait, hold on. It's a 2v.
No, I know, but I'm saying
no,
because I'm saying like looking at the fight, like Kid had moments where he goes up against Big Mom head on and gets the better of her. Obviously, he's weaker than her overall, but I'm saying he's got better one-on-one.
No. That's not true at all because these are off of Law's achievements. So, like for example, the bull that we see like run through Big Mom.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the
also
bull.
On the heels of like the puncture Willie.
Listen.
I'm not. I think that we see Kid take like Kid gets blown out by an Elbaf spear, and then Law and Kid decide to use their awakening.
Yeah.
Getting their asses.
I'm just saying.
Then
look. There's like 2 instances. Just 2. I'm not saying Kid as much. I'm not saying Kid as much at all. I'm just saying this.
His ultimate attack literally did no damage to Big Mom.
No. I agree with you. I'm just saying he's got a little bit more one-on-one showings than Law. So like, for example, he like stops Big Mom's sword when she swings it and slams her to the ground. That's something. I'm giving him that. So he does that once. Then there's a point where she's running at him. He does some assign stuff. He like throws some stuff on her, and then he like sends her flying back. Yeah, so that's another one-on-one. Like that's straight on, head on. There's no distractions or anything like that. That's like something he's doing to her one-on-one. So to me, it's like okay it's very limited. I agree, it's very limited showings. But Kid does some stuff one-on-one. Law never does anything one-on-one. All of Law's stuff is distraction, sneak attack based. That's why I give Law support, but not one-on-one.
Okay, no. See, that was weird because like the entire thing is a ultimate 2v1. Law, we know that Big Mom has to be aware of both Kid and Law at the same time. And then she's specifically noting to Law, not Kid. Law specifically is what makes her worry, not Kid.
He's got a better fruit.
He's got a better fruit. So then Kid, Law's just overall superior.
No, because it's like, for example, look. If Kid and Perona, imagine it's Kid and Perona. Okay.
The only thing that Law has, that Kid has over Law, is raw physical power. And even that wasn't even enough. Big Mom literally was getting rotted, and she laid there and was laughing, mama, from Kid's best shot. So it's not
I
like
agree.
a matter
I
of,
agree.
Oh, okay, well, like...
No, I think neither of them can do anything one-on-one to Big Mom, like, really. Kid can do slightly more, but I'm saying Law has more lethal attacks.
No.
Law has more...
way more
No. Law has more lethal attacks, but I'm saying who is he capable of landing them one-on-one? That has never been proven. Like, against a Yonko.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, against Big Mom, he could never do anything without distraction. Kid could do things without distraction. And
No.
There's 2 instances. There's 2 instances.
No. No. You mentioned one time when he grabs a sword from Big Mom.
And the other time she's running at him. She's running at him.
And
he
then
uses a sign. Exactly. And he catches him. That's 2 examples. I need one example from Law. One example from Law.
Because we know, number one, this is a very point here. Number one is that Kid is benefiting from the environment around him. Meaning that Kid has to have metal in the air to actually do stuff.
Yeah.
So given the right environment,
assume he's got some.
That's a big assumption.
No, it's a world of pirates. It's a world of pirates. There'll be shit around.
No. That if Law is literally fighting on if Kid's fighting on a Sky Island where there's no middle around him, he's in trouble. But
Fine, if Kid's on a Sky Island, then
Law's
sure. How is it? What are they going to encounter each
in the
other on a
vast
Sky
majority of
Island?
environments, Law's superior because Law's not.
That's like
down,
saying
number
Jinbei
one.
beats
Number
everyone because
two,
the 90% of the world's ocean.
No,
Come on now.
No.
Come on now.
No, because
Standard
obviously-
environment. Standard environment.
No, because whatever that is, that could be like a
Onigashima,
battlefield.
Wano, Uda, prison.
Because again,
Battlefield, battle.
No, because you have to remember, this man prepped for the entire battle. He literally had to go up and gather all the metal that like the entire castle, or at least as much as he could, to prep for that battle.
Bro,
Wasn't
he lost
even prepped,
that.
He just comes and pops off.
He lost that right away. He lost that.
What are you
He lost
talking
the
about?
medal.
Come
He
on.
lost. You think he still had that medal
Come
from up there and he
on.
brought it downstairs?
It literally follows him like all the way around. Like we see like this whole area just like bending to him, like literally. Like I think when we like before the full Agora, the metal has to follow him all the way around. Like he has to prep for this stuff. And then again, the one that the Yonko always know to being dangerous isn't Kid. It's always Law.
No, but that's
like
because of Law's.
that's
No.
like
I agree, but that's only
You're being
because.
very semantical. We're like, oh, we'll give him like one panel.
I'm
Kid,
saying
like,
one on
maybe blocking
one.
a
I'm
sword
saying
attack
one.
from
No.
Big Mom.
Okay.
In a
Listen.
one-on-one, Law's
So,
vastly
for example, let's
Law's
say
vastly
it was
superior than
Kid and Perona.
Here's
Let's
the
say
beats.
no. Listen. Let's say it's Kid and Perona fighting Big Mom. Big Mom would still be
Kid
more
and
worried,
Perona.
about Perona, not because she's a better one-on-one fighter, but because her ability is a one-shot. Same
No,
thing
I
with
don't think-
Kid and
wait,
Sugar.
No,
Kid and Sugar.
no. But
Big Mom would be more
I don't
worried
think-
about Sugar.
I don't
She'd
think-
be like,
no,
that
I don't
Sugar
think
is a
that-
problem. Not because she's a better
Okay, well, no,
one-on-one
no.
fighter, but because
to be
she could
technical
potentially
here-
do more if she's given the opportunity.
No, because okay, first of all, Perona's abilities, I don't think work on Big Moms because just sheer hockey. Same for.
But
same
you
for
get what
Sugar.
I'm saying, which is just like, just
I kinda get what you're
because
saying
someone's
here,
more
but it's not an
dangerous in
equivalent here.
theory doesn't mean that they're rating them as the better 1v1 fighter.
No,
Like,
no.
Law does
They're
more
not-
damage,
no,
but
no,
not
no,
1v1.
No, but the problem is that it's not a theory; it's a fact because we see the
No,
fact.
I need to see Law do something to Big Mom without Big Mom distracted. Because I saw Kid do it twice.
We literally saw. Okay. We saw Big Mom get the sword thrusted through her chest. Law is taking repeated hockey shots.
But how
from
did he
Big
get in
Mom.
there? How did he
Okay?
he was set up
No.
by Kid.
I agree with
Yes.
you. I agree with you. But understand that once again, it plays both ways. Kid can't get access to his crazy bull thing without Big Mom being distracted by the puncture Willie to do damage to her bones. That's
I agree. That's why I'm not including. I'm not including
You're
the
being
gun
very
thing.
nitpicky
I'm not
saying,
including
well,
the gun
there's one
thing.
panel of Kid
I'm
being able to like
I
divert
know.
and
I'm
attack.
sa-
Like, who cares?
exactly.
Like,
No,
what?
because there's one panel that he has that Law doesn't have. So he's got two.
That doesn't mean
Showings.
That's worthless.
That's why I'm not even
That's
counting
worthless.
the Kid's gun
It's
shit.
worthless. It's
Bro,
worthless.
bro,
I'm telling you,
bro.
It's worthless, dude.
Two
It's
panels
worthless.
of getting the better of a Yonko head on is worth
It's
more
not
than
the
Law's
better
shit.
of a Yonko. What do you mean, yo? What do you mean? Like when
He's
he
not
assigned,
better overall.
No.
I'm saying
when
two
he assigned
instances.
magnetism
Two
to Big
instances.
Mom. No. When he assigned magnetism to Big Mom gets thrusted back at the giant column thing.
Yes.
That's quote getting the better. But what you do afterwards? She literally spun the entire thing around.
I'm just saying she got the better. He got the
So
better
it was
in
worthless.
one interaction. I agree.
Almost every
I'm saying
action-
that it's not.
No, dude,
I'm
come
not
on.
saying that this is
Almost
putting Kid
every-
above Big Mom.
almost
I'm saying it's
every-
putting Kid
I'm
above
talking about Law. I'm
I
talking
know.
about
So
Law.
I'm saying
Yes.
it doesn't put Kid above
Law
Big Mom,
has-
but it
Law
puts
has
Kid
a
above
far
Law
better
because Law
ability.
couldn't do anything to Big
No.
Mom head on straight up. Kid could do
No,
some
that's
stuff
not
that
true.
had minimal effect.
That's not
to
true
no
because we
effect.
see Big. No, that's not true.
But
because
he
we
did
see
something.
no, that's not true. That's not true because we see Big Mom literally take I think it was like a counter shock and I think a counter shock and a gamma knife and she's screaming all that stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
That was in
How do you
1v1.
land those? How do you land those?
That was in 1v1.
Distracted from behind, sneak attacks. Let me
Dude,
see
you're
Law
being-
run
no.
at Big Mom. Let me
You-
see
you
Law.
are being
Let me see
underneath-
Law
you-
and Big Mom in a
You-
room by
wait,
themselves. I want to see what happens.
You are being unbelievably nitpicky with the guy that literally has feet that are on par with Gear 5 Luffy. That
Bro.
makes no sense.
His feats that are on par with Gear 5 Luffy. That's great. I want to see how he landed him. How did he land him? He got an opening
literally
thanks to Kid. Number one assist
he was
player of all
on top of
time. Number one
Nom.
support guy of all time. Let me see him
Which
go
is
and
far
dope.
superior than Kid.
Let me see him fight
Far
Doflamingo
superior
again.
than Kid.
Let me see if
Because
I
no
want to see him fight
Yonko
Doflamingo
feared
again.
Kid. They all feared Law. That's the facts. Law over Kid by far. All the Yonko confirmed that. Like we're
All
done.
the
We're done.
all the Yonko. I missed
All
this
the
vote.
Yonko.
I missed this vote. All I saw was Big
Kaido
Mom saying
confirms
some
that.
shit like,
Kaido confirms that.
Where the
and
fuck-
Big Mom confirms that.
"All right, you know what? That's not our vote right now. We're just gonna
Okay, I'm
agree
just
to
telling
disagree. Agree to
I'm just
disagree on
telling
this one.
Hey, listen, I would say that Kid did get a lot more head on clashes with Big Mom that I was impressed at Big Mom actively dodging things, but I think Law had the more impressive feats.
I
But
agree.
you
Law had
do,
more
yeah,
impressive
yeah.
damage feats than Kid, but I need to see if he can do that to someone in a 1v1 fight. That's all
You
I
guys,
need to see.
you guys both.
I
I think
need to see him do it in a 1v1
I don't
fight.
think it's overwhelming on either side, personally.
Well, they're portrayed to be like
He's
basically
nitpicking like one
close.
panel or like
Yeah.
Law, like Kid.
I'm
maybe
saying
blocking
if
a
you
sword
say
attack.
2
Like, what?
versus 0, like 2 instances versus 0, that's a big gap to me. I need to see something from Law without a distraction. That's all I need to see. That's where I'm at.
Fair enough.
They're portrayed
What's
to be
next?
roughly equal
That's
too.
weird
King,
shit.
though. They're
That is some weird shit.
portrayed to be
Portrayed,
roughly
but
equal.
again, the feats just speak for themselves, and the uncle too. Actually, no, they're not. But I'd argue, yeah, I can understand
They
what you want
said
to say.
Kid
Well,
is the
Kid and
bus
Law.
driver. Law is a bus rider.
Nah,
No, they're both bus riders
no
that
way.
should not have beaten Big Mom.
they didn't.
Dude, she's dead now at this point. Like,
No, she's not dead.
yeah, it's some bullshit.
Until like, let's say at the end of Elbath, maybe, but we'll have to see that.
I don't even. You think she's coming back to the story?
Yeah, because the volcano erupting and then the Bill Pirates crew leaving for some reason, we have no idea why they left. Unless they did a raid. Like, why would they want to leave? Unless they have to see what's going on with their mom. So obviously,
Big Mom is not dead.
I think she's not dead. Honestly.
Part of me is just like, I want all of that shit to be done with. So even though I think it's like shitty writing if she's dead, I'm also partly just like, I don't need to see those guys again. But we'll see. All right, we're still on this. You got Kaido or Shanks. King voted for Shanks. I'm probably leaning Shanks too, but I just want to hear what Braga's saying.
It's tough. I think this is the closest. Kaido, even after Kaido's defeat, quote unquote, to Luffy, it's like he was so impressive throughout Wano. It's hard to see anybody topping that, but it's just like it's Shanks.
Shanks already topped. What do you mean? He said.
I'm gonna go Kaido. I think because even in the story, Kaido basically says that I'm the strongest. Nobody could beat me. Everybody they put in front of me, I've beaten. And life is still going to be boring. So
yeah, true, but that's not true anymore. We know that for a fact.
It's just interesting because Kaido did have that. I think the one thing I kind of side with on that is just like Kaido did have a confrontation or something with Shanks in between like Marineford or whatever.
And he still feels the same way that he's the
he
strongest.
still thinks that he's the strongest. So like Shanks didn't at least change his mind, but Shanks did make his top 5. So there's different.
He made his top 5, but it's like he didn't change his mind.
We don't know what happened there. Right?
They didn't fight.
But every time they have Shanks has the better portrayal. Every time.
I'm gonna say Kaido. I'm gonna say Kaido. It goes too well with what Oda's trying to portray here. So Kaido.
This one's another one of those.
Oh, Big Mom.
I'm gonna put in my
Mihawk.
vote. Okay. Actually, see, this is shitty because I think this could really go either way.
I'm gonna say Mihawk.
I'm biased because I love Mihawk as a character and I really dislike Big Mom. So it's just like
fair enough. I mean, it's supposed to be power scaling, but okay.
No, I know. I mean, I'll say up till the end of Wano, I had Big Mom. I thought that her showings against Kid and Law were kind of embarrassing. I think that Mihawk would have taken Kid and Law personally. That could be a matchup.
Just on sheer portrayal alone, Big Mom is vastly superior than Mihawk. Based on the feats, she's superior than Mihawk.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
King, I would have agreed with you till like the last few chapters, like the cross skill chapter.
Did
you
read the last couple chapters?
The last couple chapters.
Yeah, I did.
It feels
of
more.
Course.
You don't think Mihawk's portrayal jumped eons?
Mihawk's portrayal was exactly what I thought it was.
What?
Like I've always said before that Mihawk has the greatest sword skills among any character in the verse, without a doubt. And the fact that the world knows about that, like everyone apparently knows about that. Brand New knows about that. All the Marines know about it. Therefore, all the Yonko know about it. Everyone apparently knows about this stuff.
You know what the tough?
Like Mihawk has the greatest sword skills. Like that is actually a global knowledge. Everyone knows about that. And yet they're not sweating guys like Mihawk like that.
Here's what it is. Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
I would say like it's indicative of being someone like the Pirate King, where Mihawk himself admitted that being the Pirate King is way more harder than becoming the world great swordsman.
Yeah.
And then also Mihawk himself noted to how there was a gap between himself and someone like Whitebeard. He wanted to see how far that gap was.
No.
I I agree.
No, hold on now.
This
No,
scene is
wait,
interpreted
wait,
so.
hold on.
Okay.
Okay, you can interpret how you want to interpret it, but the problem is that, again, in terms of portrayal, Mihawk is kind of saying how, listen, even though like I'm the world's greatest swordsman, Whitebeard, whoever this person is somewhere ahead of me. I want to see what that distance is. Big Mom
I
is
didn't get that at all.
stronger than a old man Whitebeard, guaranteed, without a doubt. She has the feats for that too. She has the bona fide feats for that. Whitebeard doesn't come even close to what Big Mom is doing. Like, not even close. And it's and I mean, things like the God of Lightning Tenjin, things like the Fulagora, things like the Elbaf Spear. I mean, her durability is arguably better than someone like Kaido's. You can argue that easily. I mean, the Puncture Willy, which did like the same equivalent damage, you can argue, to like even a Gear 5. Big Mom was able to still go into that hole, was staring down the magma. Hey, I'm not gonna die to this bullshit. I'm like, wait, like, Big Mom's durability is insane. It's off the charts. So Big Mom has the feats, she has better portrayal than someone like Whitebeard, and Whitebeard by default is better portrayal than someone like Mihawk. Therefore, Big Mom. But yeah, fair enough.
The problem, and the difficult thing with Mihawk and Big Mom is that we've seen Big Mom in action.
Yeah.
And so we understand that Big
Mihawk
Mom
too.
can.
Mihawk too.
We haven't really.
Yes, we have.
We haven't. Really haven't. Where Big Mom, we've seen that Big Mom can be had. Right?
Yes,
she can
and we
be
see
had.
what the process was for her being had. Quote.
And for Mihawk is bare minimum as strong, close to Shanks. Shanks is equal.
No.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I know, because you bring it on like sword skill, and okay, sword skill is everything, but that's not the case. We know that other characters rely on other things to be strong.
Let's slow down 1 second.
Like
Hold up. Just because this is about to be its next round. If you guys want to hold on that one.
Fair enough.
But I see King's argument for Big Mom. I would have had Big Mom till the end of Wano. I'm riding the Mihawk hype train at the moment.
No, Mihawk.
I voted Mihawk basically. So, but I think that'll all come back up in like 5 minutes because this one's easy, right? We got this one. Unless you guys really like Ben Beckman.
Blackbeard though. Love Ben Beckman though.
Yeah, Blackbeard.
Luffy.
So.
Luffy.
Okay, but this is technically supposed to be Prime Garp. So.
Oh, Prime Garp.
I don't know because we're going Prime Whitebeard. I think like
if
it's
Roger's
Prime,
in there. Then Prime Garp. Prime Garp.
Luffy.
You got Luffy over Prime Garp?
Nuts.
Yes.
That is nuts.
No, it's not. Luffy will eventually be the strongest character in the series, with maybe the exception of like 2 people.
Okay,
maybe
eventually.
Inu,
yes. But he's not that now.
We have like 3 years left in the story, like whatever, or just 4 years left in the story. We're getting there. Like outside of maybe some Elbaf guys and some powerful dude, but we're gonna get to guys like Blackbeard and Shanks and Emu like really, really soon. So yeah, Luffy, most definitely Luffy.
You guys want to make it? We can just say old Garp to make it easier, because otherwise, dude, we're gonna get into some.
There's no way Luffy's beating Prime Garp.
Yes, he is.
I got Prime Garp.
Cool.
I want to change.
I don't even understand how you get there.
What do you mean?
Okay,
that's easy.
All right, okay. Let me ask you this. We just said Luffy's still weaker than Kaido. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but King's got Kaido above Prime Garp.
I have Kaido over Prime Garp too. Yeah, what do you mean?
You have Kaido over Prime Roger.
No, I don't. I've Kaido over Prime Garp.
The person that was fighting against Prime Roger is Prime Garp.
I understand that. As a Marine, I get that. I know they have their legendary fights back and forth. I get that. It's the same thing involving Whitebeard too. But like I said before, just because you have these legendary battles doesn't mean that you're X per se stronger than the other person. Duh. Or as their level per se. For example, Whitebeard has these fights with Roger. I'm still putting Sebek over Whitebeard. Duh. Because he's the strongest foe that Roger's fought, I'll argue, based on Sengoku's words. And just like how, obviously, someone like Garp has that same much attached too, Garp in his prime, so far, and I'm going to be real with you, a lot of times when you can look at Garp in his prime, he's impressive. But if you use things like, for example, his Chinjiao, it's okay, but not necessarily great. I still see if he has Conqueror's Haki or not, which people assume he does, but we don't know. And then, of course, I use the Shiki standard, meaning 2. So someone like Sengoku and someone like Garp,
come on.
2, I always have. It makes the most sense.
No, both of them could have beaten Shiki by themselves.
Oh, that's what you say. I don't think so.
I agree,
Hold on, give me a second. What the fuck?
I don't know how you get here. I don't know how you get here. Luffy at this point is stronger than Prime Garp, but he's weaker than Kaido. But Kaido's weaker than Gold Roger. But somehow Luffy's stronger than Prime Garp.
I think it's just the. I don't think King views Garp as close to Prime Roger as much as like the legends imply, basically. So like,
And if they're not close, how
I
they
see.
almost killing each other several times?
Almost keyword. I don't know. Like maybe it's Roger like fucking Garp up and Garp getting like one good hit in.
But
each
they
time
said
or
killing
something like
each
that.
other. So both of them are getting fucked up.
I don't know, man. Smoker, like the argument I saw some people argue is like, Smoker
same
used to
thing.
give. I know that's what I'm saying, but it's just like I kind of see it. I'm gonna read out some supers real quick. I like this because like,
And then him saying the
yeah.
Zabek thing. That's like we could base that off of what Zabek's goal was versus
All right, I'm
Roger.
back.
No, because I side
Backy back.
with King on the Zabek side of things. I kind of got.
All right.
I'll make.
You think
my
Zabek
argument
is
for
stronger than Whitebeard?
I think it's like closer than you might think, or it could go either way. Like I think
He's
it's
strong,
gonna
for
be
sure.
really hard to tell. Like,
Look, I would say one thing. I think that back in the
dude.
day, it was fair to say that the old guard were stronger than like the current people. But after I saw Kaido and Luffy do the same exact thing Whitebeard and Roger did, like the same exact hockey feats,
No, but
literally the same thing.
Kaido
I'm
implied.
like,
at the
okay,
end
you know
of
what?
the fight,
That's Oda kind of telling me or telling us the readers that when it comes to the world of power, One Piece, the current generation are not that far off, if actually equal to the past generation.
Yeah, but King, the
And
final.
there's
quote-
Just
actually-
because
the
you can
final
use the same
quote from-
abilities don't mean it's equal.
Okay, well,
no,
and
no.
then
The
all-
last
and-
quote
and-
from Kaido, right? The last quote from Kaido was like he was hyping up Roger one, like that kind of pushed Roger back up.
He
for me,
literally
'cause
said
he
it
was
like Roger
Yeah.
did it with just hockey.
Yeah, and he's
at the
hyping
Yeah,
it up as
Roger
though
conquered the
he's
season of
like
hockey, of
he's
course.
arguing kind of like to me like Roger's hockey. None of us are there yet. At least that's kind of
Yeah.
how I looked at it.
I'd argue that's Shanks', but
Maybe
I would
Shanks.
argue
Shanks is
that-
a weird
yeah.
case. Weird case.
and also too, obviously I think he's top one, but again, that's why I say Garp, he has to prove that he's somewhere in that category. He hasn't done that yet. And Whitebeard, I think, has some things here or there, but again, it's a bit tricky, Whitebeard. And then something that I didn't realize, or something that I found out actually very recently that I didn't know was a thing, was that in the I think it's called the Deep Blue. In the Deep Blue volumes or in the data book, they actually talk about Old Man Whitebeard, where they actually say that where Old Man Whitebeard, when he has all of his machines hooked up to him, he's at prime strength. That's what they say in that data book. So that means that Shanks in the pre-time skip did clash with a prime strength Whitebeard, according to the One Piece Deep Blue, which is very interesting. So they're not that far off.
Book. I don't know about that book though. I mean,
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
You should know.
No, I mean power scaling's funny just because like everybody can agree about like certain things, and then randomly there'll just be something that like it's like, and this is obvious, right?
It
Yeah,
just
I
breaks
thought the
it.
same
This
thing
is
too.
obvious, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa,
I thought
what?
the same thing
Yeah,
too, but I changed my mind on the entire thing. I changed my whole view after I saw what they were doing. Like the feats spoke themselves. Like literally, we have them doing the same exact thing as Roger. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Yeah, of course.
King
Either way.
Sakazuki. I think straightforward, right?
King of the Wildfire can't be killed.
Let's move on.
Let's
Move on.
Dude, you actually had me for a second. I was just like, fuck, man. 'Cause-
Zoro beat him up fighting against Envy, bro.
Whitebeard's crushing Hancock. No offense. I mean, unless you think that Whitebeard would be attracted to Hancock's looks, and there's some weird counter shit going on.
Whitebeard likes young boys.
Whoa.
No girls allowed on Whitebeard's crew.
Hey
No
yo,
shows
what do you
allowed.
mean? Whitey Bay
All
was
sons.
Whitey Bay was all they needed. What are you talking
Why do you
about?
think they got rid of her?
Nah, what you mean?
Whitebeard was looking funny at Izzo when Izzo was trying to join.
This
He's
man
like,
has kids. He
He's
has
like,
kids.
Izzo.
I don't know about this one.
He has kids though.
He's
Trip.
like, I swear I'm good. I swear. He has kids? Yeah,
Yeah.
like boys that he
Weevil.
adopted.
Weevil.
That's not confirmed yet, bro.
Cole, come on.
Bakken literally handled the One
You
Piece
think-
is real. The
you
one
think
imagine that.
Bakken-
The One Piece is real.
I don't-
Bakken dove on that shit.
You
Like,
think
I got this,
Bakken
yo.
was a verse cowgirl on
Bakken dominated, yo. She took over. I'm telling you, yo, she's crazy.
I just say Whitebeard.
I don't know about that one.
All right,
I think Bakken. That's Bakken
throw in my
headcanon.
vote. We got Roger.
no.
Roger Greenbull.
Yeah, but remember, Broncos go for
Roger.
Greenbow.
Roger.
Broncos go for Green. What do you mean?
Roger.
Whoa, it's whoa. I agree with you more.
Yeah,
This would be
Roger.
2-1. What are you talking about?
All right, you guys
Oh,
rank
boy.
Sabo pretty
Unless-
high. How do you guys feel?
Unless he's affected
Hell
by
yeah.
Xehanort, then it's different.
Oh my fucking god.
Kuzan.
This one's actually, oh boy.
Kuzan.
Yeah, I'll say Kuzan too, but that's only because we haven't seen what Sabo can do right now. That's honestly about it.
Yeah, Oda can make Sabo however strong at the final.
Someone made the argument, and someone was, oh fuck, this crazy happens. If we find out, let's say next chapter, that because Limber crossed through Morley were relatively clean, but Sabo still bandaged up. What if the idea was that Sabo himself stalled out both Green Boy and Fujitora? I mean, it's like, wait a minute, dude. If that happens, Sabo's in my top 10.
I mean, if we get I don't know if we're getting that flashback to find out those the things. At the moment, I'm just like,
Bonnie's here. Why not?
I think that's why Bonnie's
That's
here.
true. We could
Yeah.
If we do
but
find out that
before-
Sabo himself is stalling Green Bull and Fujitora, then he's definitely top 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets some feats like that, then sure.
If he gets something like that.
Yeah, but we need to feed.
But right now, Kuzan.
Yeah, let
Yes,
me run through some supers real quick, and then we'll get into the semis. Hold on. Matt Owen said, "Law over Kid easy. I will not be taking questions at this time." Cool.
Thank you, smart man.
Talha John says, "Morj Law choosing to take advantage of 2v1 by not ignoring his allies' openings and not going 1v1 does not mean he can't do better than Kid's 1v1 of 2 panels." No, I agree. I'm just saying you need to show some evidence for Law doing it 1v1 before I'm going to start putting Kid. Like, I just want some evidence for Law. I view
He
it as
has more
possible.
1v1s than Kid does, doesn't he? He has one against
Yeah, yeah.
Hawkins, one against Doflamingo.
I know,
ones
and
against
those
all
are
these
characters
people.
like losing the Doflamingo was the last time we saw him 1v1. So for me,
Hey,
it's like,
Kid's
prove
doing
that-
Doflamingo.
you think Kid's below Doflamingo still?
He could be. He could be.
Is this Dofi with a new bounty?
Yes.
Dofi with a new
power
bounty.
up.
Power up
Then
bounty.
power up. And
That-
then
that
also
impel down power
and
up.
also the impel down.
I don't even know what this means. Dofi.
You
Oh,
don't
you're
know
talking
the
about the
impel
impel
down
down
buff?
power up?
The
The
impel
impel
down
down
buff?
buff
You
that
don't
they
know?
got?
The
Yeah.
impel down buff.
Yo,
After you get
Crocodile's
out
right
of
there,
impel
dog.
down. Yeah.
Crocodile, Bonchan, Mugi, Gambare.
After
Yo.
impel down, you get a lot stronger, man.
Yeah.
Dofi's not making it out of impel down.
gosh.
That One Piece talk is here. Law was fighting Big Mom by himself for half the fight. What the fuck? While Kid was taken out
Thank
of the
you.
fight due to Hawkins. Yeah, but we saw he was getting fucked up.
Thank
This
you.
was off
Yes.
screen.
No,
Off
no,
screen.
more done.
Who
More
are all these
stop.
Law fans? This is
More-
off screen. This is not a thing.
That's the cleanest dono of the goddamn year. Good shit.
What did the
We're
donor say?
done.
It was some bullshit. Carlos
Nah,
Cifuentes says, "What if Carapace?
Yo,
What if
that's a
Carapace
fat W.
person
That's a
is
fat.
a
Hey, yo,
gag?
that's a fat.
All friends of Luffy must now fight Strahd Flag or face 7 godly children. Strahd Alliance will protect all allies with Strahd Flag." Okay, Mohammed Sadeghi says, "Why Kid have medals but Law's in the desert and can't..." Okay, so people really got into this Kid / Law section. Kid have medals but Law's in the desert and can't perform
There's a
sneak
lot of Kid
attacks.
supporters. Like even in
Any
my
other
fan base and
environment.
Brago's fan base
I
and,
bet tell
and everyone's
someone
fan base.
doesn't.
People
I think
love
it's just
Kid.
not. I think the thing is, no, I don't think people love Kid. People come to like respect Kid based on what happened in that Big Mom.
Dude,
fight.
I don't think people respect
No.
Kid because
People-
like people
people
expected
love Kid,
more.
dude.
People don't love
Yeah.
Kid. Kid is like one of the most
Remember-
hated characters in the series right
yeah,
now.
people
bro.
don't love Kid.
People
don't love
really
Kid.
dislike
Remember
Kid.
how people thought that Kid was like? Remember, he's really on par or strong. I remember like people like Laz and other guys were like, yeah, that Kid is stronger than Luffy, like definitively because he was in the new world. And remember, hockey blooming Barago. Oh, hockey bloom. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that for a fact.
All right, I'm gonna
So,
skim
hockey
through.
blooming,
Well,
got stronger. Blah blah blah.
I'm just gonna skim through the. I'm gonna
Cole,
skim through the
Cole,
Kid Law
Cole.
ones right
Cole,
now. Right?
Cole.
All right.
You know what the bullshit is? I
Hold up.
said back then that Kid should be better with his devil fruit than Luffy is better with his because that's all he had to depend on, and he should have awakening, and he ended up having awakening. So
Like we know who's waking superior.
I mean, because Luffy's a god in the main.
I mean, and Luffy got that. Dude, Luffy got. I think in this arc he got 3 major power ups, dude. I mean, like, yo,
It was a bit.
man.
yeah, I don't know.
MC
It's a-
bias.
No,
It's not because like even in another series, this
Mm.
wouldn't. I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot.
To be fair, this is a 4-year arc. This is a 4-year arc.
It was a
long
4-year
term.
arc, but it's just
Luffy-
like his
Luffy
dude. But
went-
his main power ups all happened in the span of like 1,000 like the
Probably
last
50
40
chapters.
chapters. Yeah, like
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
30
like it was a
chapters.
lot. It
Yeah.
was a lot, to be quite
Yeah.
frank with you. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to you though. At the same time, I feel like Conquer Cycle 1 was a bit weird. The first one made a lot of sense because we're training
They
for
all
Rio.
were weird, bro.
They
No,
were
that
all
last
weird.
one, the Gear
Not-
5, I'm
They
like, this is
all
amazing.
were weird.
No,
Gear
I
5 was
liked
amazing.
I liked
Gear
Gear
5
5.
was not-
I like
It
Gear
was
5 for
phenomenal.
what it was, but I didn't
Oh,
like the way
That-
he got
Cole,
the
he
power-up.
died, and all of a sudden he's awakened.
He also
Dude,
didn't
but the
die.
fa-
He also didn't die. That's just some weird
His
dramatic
heart-
He
shit.
didn't die. He
Okay,
didn't
his
die.
heart stopped.
He did not die.
He
If you
pulled the
die,
shit that NL did. I'm like, what the fuck? That's
His
amazing.
heart stopped.
if you die, your devil fruit leaves your body. It doesn't fucking awaken. He didn't die.
I don't know. I don't know how it works for gods.
It works all the same.
With
What do you
gods,
mean?
it's- when you die, your
His
devil
fruit is an
fruit
encyclopedia.
no
No
longer-
The
man,
thing is-
die.
The thing is with devil fruits, I presume that there's still a lot that we don't know,
Yeah.
and everything is not going to
Yeah.
be what we expect it to be. Like
But
for
all we know
Blackbeard, like
is
early in the story, we thought no one could eat 2 devil fruits. So
why
This
Kaido
is-
didn't have
Okay.
awakening. I still will never understand. But it is what
I don't. I think. Listen, mythical zones may not be awakened per se. There's an argument here. It's a bit weird, but I think the road to life kind of notes to this. It's a bit weird. Where Luffy is only a Zoan when he's in Gear 5. He's still a Paramecia when he's not in Gear 5.
you don't know.
Because he's still noted to be in Paramecia and in Zoan. And he's officially, I think he's in both categories, which is weird. Why?
Yes. Well, they listen to him in the Road to Laughter volumes in 2
Yeah.
categories.
Yeah, it's like, why do they do
So-
that? Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Luffy's just special.
Some
MC.
people are saying some nice stuff. Ilmatic13 says Morj, BDA, and Law are Morj, BDA, and Cole.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'm just like reading at that. Morj, BDA, and Cole are the community monster trio, but who's the captain and who
Thank
are the
you.
wings? Won't answer that last part. Andrew McCarthy says hockey is a sword skill. Blackblade is hockey. Mihawk, we'll get to that. Yamaki Guerrero is saying titles aren't absolute. Just because someone has a title doesn't mean that they're actually the strongest. Blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, Mihawk,
you.
Whitebeard, Kaido would never lose. Yep. Isaiah Davis says Mihawk is the only one capable of going toe-to-toe with Shanks. Not to mention he's the second coming of Ryuma, the previous strongest man in the world. Shisui edits says Ben has no feats. Why is he here? Okay.
Ben Beckman?
He pointed a gun at once, remember?
He doesn't need
Black
feats,
Lightning
dude.
said
He has clout.
He doesn't need feats
He has clout. That's it.
Black
to be
Light-
here. To be
yeah.
here.
What's up?
Black Lightning said Oda said Shanks right now used to be as strong as Mihawk, so is Oda lying? I don't know what that means. Jacob
Shanks used to be strong as Mihawk.
Yeah, Jacob Patino
No, he did,
says
for sure.
while Cole is here, I'm gonna need to get him to convince Morj to read Toriko. Watched all his chapter reviews when
You
I read
should.
it during COVID.
We definitely should.
Dude,
Dude.
I
You
heard that
definitely should.
Toriko's really good, but I heard that the ending's not that good. So that kind of
The ending
wanna
gets a
read it.
little bit scuffy because some things are like many things are skipped. But if you want to enjoy just like some really hype content, some fun content, some wonky content, but it's really fun. A lot of combat. The scale is pretty dope too. I would definitely check out Toriko. I mean, there's a reason why Toriko was for like I think like 10 years ago. It was like in like the top 20 best-selling manga, like repeatedly.
yeah, it was
Up
really
until the
good.
anime wound up ending. Yeah, it was really, really good stuff. You should check it out for sure.
I might at one point.
And also really good power
yeah.
system too. Very good power systems. I
Okay.
like it a lot.
I watched like 80 episodes of the anime.
Read the manga, please God. Don't do it.
Yeah, the anime was not it.
The manga's actually far more conducive to like how it should be. It's basically a lot more bloodier. Whereas the anime, they kind of curtail that shit because of Toei stuff and like the time slots. So it kind of they really did shaft the actual like a lot of the gory detail. Like things that were like literally gnawed off other characters were just like frozen off in the anime. It's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm almost done. Keenan B says Demon King Jean Bart top 1. Kid Clip 2K says yo, the One Piece
Oh,
YouTuber Monster
no.
Trio salute you
Sure.
guys. Congrats on the baby Morj. Love you, intro Brago. All hail
Oh, yeah.
Kole-sama. All
Wait,
hail-
so do you actually have a child? Or is
No,
that
congrats,
No,
Morg.
I didn't
forgot
have a
to-
child.
I forgot.
Oh.
Morg.
no,
my
this
child
is
is
just
a
Yeah,
Morg
little
got a
baby
kid.
Mork.
Oh, really?
Baby Mork.
So
Congrats, man.
when a lot of stuff's happening in chat and I'm kind of ignoring people, then they start spamming the craziest stuff. So last time
Is that Parvision, out of curiosity?
maybe I think Parvision kind of started it. Karen Travasta says, "Can we do
I
or
was
at
like,
least
yo.
see meme bracket some point?" Oh yeah, my editors also made a meme bracket. Let's see how far we get through this one. Otherwise, that'll be saved for another day, basically.
Yeah,
All
because
right,
I definitely
yeah.
want to take care of other stuff.
Yeah, I know that. It said 9 p.m. EST for you guys. Let's see if we can power through this last bit.
Yes.
And if you guys got to
Okay.
hop, just let me know. So,
Yep, I'll let you know.
yeah, Shanks Mihawk, we're back in it.
Shanks.
Yeah, I got Shanks too, but I understand why it's why
Shanks. I understand the Mihawk argument, but I think Shanks all the way.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, I thought that was gonna be really controversial for a second, so I was like bracing myself. I was just like, are we gonna really go through this?
No,
shit?
I think I've always been like Shanks strong Mihawk. The disrespect Cole puts on Mihawk's name is just
It's not. Mihawk's in my top 10. It's like,
Top 10 is a disrespectful thing to
It
say
should be
about
top
Mihawk.
5.
Yeah,
he's, okay. The problem is that in my top 5, I'm not too sure he's stronger than Akainu. I'm really not. I'm not too sure at all. Like I think it's of Sakazuki over Mihawk, personally speaking.
I
okay?
got
Me
a
personally.
Kainu over Mihawk too. I got a
And
I got
have-
a kind over Mihawk as well.
Okay, fair enough. And I also have lost again. I think Dragon is kind of still stronger than Luffy. But Mihawk and Luffy, I'm not sure at this point in time. I agree with you. I'm not
You think
too
Dragon
sure.
is stronger than Luffy right now?
I think that thematically it makes a little bit more sense because he's like the father. So,
But
like,
not
in
his granddad.
shonens,
But not his granddad in his prime. Interesting.
because he's an old man.
You said
his
in his prime.
granddad
prime.
in
In
his
his prime.
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 Oh, in his prime? No. I think that's
Wait,
just
wait,
possibility
why
of Dragon.
Wait, 1 sec. So you got Dragon above
Because
Garp?
again, I
Prime to
don't-
Prime?
I think there's a possibility where it could be stronger than Prime Garb. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Again,
you
I
don't
agree with
have
you guys.
Dragon. You don't have Dragon solidified
There's
yet.
literally
saying.
nothing to base that off of.
I said he
Nothing.
could be. I'm not too sure. That's right now. I'm
But-
kind of like waiting. I'm waiting to see what's what.
But you're willing to say Dragon could be stronger than Luffy. You weren't willing to do that for Garp.
Because again, I think that we're getting to the point now where Luffy's going to be the strongest guy in One Piece history. We're getting to that point now.
Yeah,
So-
but he's not there.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he's there, but again, like I said, we already went through this stuff before, Brago. Like I already explained. It's like just because he had fights with.
I'm just bringing it back up because
Okay.
of the Dragon.
Okay.
The Dragon thing.
The same way you can view the whole thing with Garp and Roger, it could be very similar to Smoker and Luffy. Really, it could very well be. I'm just saying. You don't know.
What's funny is that, like, I think while you were off stream,
Yes.
Braga and I were literally talking about that example. Like, well, some people argue that Garp isn't that strong because of the Smoker Luffy thing, and I think we're both like, well, that makes no sense. So I think that we both don't agree.
We
with
don't
that
know.
argument. We don't know. We
Well,
don't know. But
yeah,
I think that
right.
Garp's got.
We don't know.
The
We
reason
don't know.
why we know it's not the case because Sengoku Roger specifically said if you wanted to contest me or stop me, you go after
Yes.
someone. Send Sengoku.
Because that's the only Marines that are actually like no. Even though Kong exists, lol.
Do
Those
you
are
think
Marines that are
Do you
actually
think
like
right
noteworthy.
now Luffy would say if to stop me, send Smoker?
As a Marine, why not?
I don't know about that one.
I mean, listen, if the Marines are sending dog shit dudes and all the vice admirals suck, the closest vice admiral to I think admiral level is probably Smoker, probably
That's why.
because I assume that he's gotten stronger. Personally, that's my assumption.
Maybe Smoker might have gotten stronger. That is
I
definitely.
think he got stronger for sure, without a doubt.
Like,
Well,
I
that's
was
why I
not
get
assumption.
shots on.
all right, look, Blackbeard
No,
versus
I-
Prime. Blackbeard versus Prime Garb because I think we're at the Garb point. So I'm gonna
Blackbeard.
give King his vote for Blackbeard right off the bat.
I'm a Blackbeard, of course.
Yeah.
Prime Garp.
Oh, boy.
I'm taking Prime Garp as well for this. just
Blackbeard
'cause
still has some growing to do, I think.
I think
don't
end of
he's at
story
it- I don't think-
Blackbeard. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's at his peak yet. And the pinnacle, in my opinion, is Roger, and I think Garp is up there contesting him. So
Yeah, I
Who's
think
stronger, Prime Whitebeard or Prime Garb?
Prime
Prime
Whitebeard.
Whitebeard.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Prime Beard is the strongest ever.
Even over Sebek.
Yes.
Dude, that's what I'm saying about it's so funny because like we both agree on one thing. We're like, yeah, Prime Whitebeard.
Yeah.
And then you say
Yeah.
you top it with something I definitely don't agree with. You're just like, oh, Prime Whitebeard.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
Sebek.
Because I don't think
Oh,
Zabek.
yeah, man.
I don't think
Back.
Zabek subjugated his people because he was stronger than them.
all right, Sakazuki Whitebeard. I mean, this is no brainer, right?
Whitebeard.
Prime Whitebeard,
Yeah.
right?
Crushes him. Evens. Okay, relax, Brago. Relax. God damn. Add those qualifiers.
Prime.
yo.
Give me Prime Sakazuki.
No, come on now. What is that? What is that? All right, so Brago's vote is in there.
Prime Sakazuki is after
Alright.
being another admiral. Man.
Vote is in there.
Yo.
You just said Prime Whitebeard's your strongest ever.
Prime
Into
Sakazuki, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Prime
I just
Sak-
moved. I just moved Prime Sakazuki over.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
now.
you just you surpassed him in that
You
one.
just surpassed
instant.
him just
Yeah.
now.
Hockey
Oh my God.
bloom over the course of this stream.
I forgot about a hockey bloom, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Nah, Prime Beard.
Roger. Now it's too late. The vote's in. So you
That's fine.
permanently
That's fine.
voted.
I'll be the Sakazuki. I'll
Thank
be on
God.
the Sakazuki vote. Roger or Kuzan?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Roger.
Roger.
Hold on, I'm curious. Do you guys think that the old guard are really that far ahead? Even
No.
still now?
No.
Not. I
they're
used
not.
to. I used to.
They're
Now I think
not.
it's closer than I
Okay.
thought before. I think it's
I
like
may
a half
have Shanks
step away.
over Roger. I don't know.
Dude, there's small stuff though, like that little Rayleigh Blackbeard interaction where it's like, yeah, I'm weaker than you are now, but like the reputation is still enough that like it's got Blackbeard concern. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say like
reputation,
Black.
of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I think if Shanks
it's a
had
half
two,
step.
if Shanks still had his other arm, I put him over Roger. I'm not gonna lie.
If Shanks, the other arm doesn't matter. The other arm.
No, it
is-
matters.
what
It
the
definitely
fuck?
matters. No, it definitely matters. Oh, no. Actually, no. Sorry. He actually already has an arm. It's just a hockey arm. Confirmed.
Oh God.
Confirmed?
Yeah, just a hockey arm. Yeah, confirmed. But I mean, I would just say that
Yeah, film red
Like-
spoilers.
What?
what?
Wait,
when
what?
someone, I havened seen it. I have no idea.
Okay.
But when someone likes,
Wink, wink.
yeah, right. When someone likes, when someone like Kaido is always noted to like hear all these great guys, someone that's like power, and he has someone like Shanks in his top 5. Yeah, I get it. Kaido wouldn't put himself in the top 5 per se, that kind of stuff. kind of shows you that the old guard aren't necessarily that far off from the new guys. Like not at all. They're not like holy shit. Like wow, they're untouchable guys. Like no, they're not even close. They can match.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's why I got Prime Sakazuki over Prime.
Yeah. Okay, get him out of here. Shanks
You
is guard.
just said.
That motherfucker's crazy.
Dude,
Dude. I got Shanks.
Prime Garb.
I got Shanks.
Ooh, this is close.
I'm giving one.
This is a close one.
This is actually really fucking hard. Whoops.
This is difficult.
I don't have my vote.
I'm putting Shanks. I think that Shanks is the modern day version of Goldie Roger. I think that's Shanks right now. Period. Full
He
stop.
has one arm.
Shanks has like the undisputed greatest hockey you've ever seen in One Piece. It's not even close. It's like this nigga's insane. Like
I
he
agree with
washed everybody in terms of just sheer feats. I'm like, no, like this is ridiculous, dude. He sensed Green Bull from like hundreds of miles away. He blitzed him with a Conqueror's hockey lightning bolt, suppressed an admiral, and then somehow hurt him for that distance. I'm like, what the? No,
This was like
no.
2 miles away, bro. Like
What do you mean? What are you talking about? 2?
that's what they're saying. That's what SBS says.
Nah, you know that Zunisha is in that same area when it was there. Zunisha's like, according to that book, Zunisha's like 20 miles. It's a big boy. And Shanks like quadruple that distance just to get to the borders of Wano country. Yo,
I would say
Wano's a big country, I think it's like the size of like either India or Australia. It's pretty big.
No, Wano, because they like run across Wano in like a day or something. Like Wano's
No,
not-
they're on like these weird like crocodile things that they use to like transverse. Like
literally, like they ran from like one place to like Yasue's funeral in like half a day or something. Like they walk across Wano pretty quick. Wano's not too.
because we've seen them like go from like Udon to like the flower capital, but it takes them like some time to get there, like several hours to actually run across the entire thing.
Yeah, but
didn't it take like half a day for Queen to take Big Mom from Udon?
It's like-
half a
India's like
like it was
big.
something like
you know
that.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah, like half a day
yeah.
from Udon to
yeah.
India's big. Like
Yeah.
you're talking about continents. Wano's not that
Like
big.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like
They
it's
went
huge.
from like
It's-
the
it's-
bottom
it's
of
gigantic.
what's it called? They went
It's
from,
like-
the
I
I think
bottom
I think
was,
regardless of
top.
where Shanks was, it was an amazing feat. Right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter that much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, well,
just-
like just to point out this, like there is some apparently in a translation in the Odin flashback when they use the arrows to like cross the entire like vast distances of like Wano country. Apparently, they use the term like 1,000 ri, which is like equal to like some like one. I think it's like 100,000. No, 1,000 kilometers, something like that. Like it's a vast distance that they actually use to cover Wano country with those big arrows, with those giant arrows they use. But yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, it's a huge distance for Shanks. Very impressive. Shanks is insane. Like, come on, Shanks, we're done. Just say Shanks.
it's tough. It's tough for me.
I actually literally have
But
it
I think I'm gonna go Shanks.
Okay,
Thank
that
you.
makes it easier for me.
I'm gonna go Shanks.
That takes it out of my hands.
Shanks
I would
is God
because
king.
I got it literally at 50-50. So
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
just
fair enough.
give it. I don't have to vote, right? It's 2-0. All right, cool.
It's too low.
He abstains.
I abstain because I'm obviously you can't.
Roger
if you need a
Whitebeard.
tiebreak.
I'm going Roger.
I'm
going
going
Roger.
Roger as well.
I'm going.
Braga's going
You know
Whitebeard.
where I stand. You know where Brago stands. So Morj.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker.
Prime
Yeah.
Wait, Morj,
Alright,
why do you
Roger,
have
yeah,
Roger
it is.
over
So
Whitebeard?
here's my logic. I actually have a reasoning for this. So I think
Okay.
that Roger and Whitebeard, I think that all things like we saw from their fight, they're equal, right? But there was something interesting that they talked about with Roger way back. Like Garp was talking about this. He was saying that like when Roger's crew is threatened or like their lives are threatened, then he turns into a demon. So I think that something like that, I think that the strongest version of Roger is something that we're not going to see outside of a fight with like rocks. That's why I
That
also
said where? Out of curiosity.
Garp said that he was talking after the Ace saving Luffy from Blue Jam incident. Basically, I can pull up the
Oh,
chapters.
okay.
I can
No,
pull that
because
shit up.
it's also said about Shanks too. In the Ace Light novel, they say where if Shank gets mad, he turns into a demon.
That's the
essentially.
thing.
he
Like,
just-
I assume that Roger's power is like the strongest Conqueror's hockey ever or something. Like, he's got to have.
yeah.
But the thing is, all this is hearsay. We literally saw Whitebeard turn into a demon.
I get you, but
in
I'm saying
Marineford.
I'm saying that I'm assuming that Roger's hockey is
Oh.
the strongest that it's ever out of anybody that's ever had it, because that's kind of like his thing at the very least. Like, yeah, like
Okay.
Kaido talking about Roger's hockey and stuff. So to me, like if Roger's peak anger or whatever, you know, I think that peak is probably higher than whatever Whitebeard hits.
I would go further and say, given the proper body condition, I would think that someone like Roger is probably physically superior than someone like Whitebeard.
That's
Personally.
wild as hell.
I know.
I don't even know about.
Like, how can you say that when Whitebeard literally
Whitebeard's-
is the strongest man in the
Whitebeard's
world?
jacked as fuck.
He's
He's
not,
all I'll
though.
say.
And Whitebeard is a big jacked
Jacked
human.
as fuck.
I know, but
And
I
you said
still,
Roger is stronger than him?
I can, yeah. I
So
can put
okay,
my-
so let me get it straight.
that,
Whitebeard,
that's a theory.
Whitebeard
I'm
has the
giving-
title of the world's strongest man. We saw him turn into a demon even in his old age while being stabbed, sick half of his head. And yet we're going to use Garp's claim that
Dude,
Cole
it's
doesn't
Garp.
believe anything Garp says.
Oh, that's
And
true.
you're going to put
Garp is a
Roger
good
over
character.
Whitebeard?
Okay, whoa. I like
Dude,
Garp as a character.
I
just
think
don't
Roger and
he's that strong
Whitebeard are
anymore.
at least equal. If I have to put one of them above, I think it's just the Pirate King, dude. Like, I think it's just.
Yeah, Pirate King
But-
has a portrayal.
Pirate King is not about strength.
Okay.
It's not, but like
Okay,
the way people
okay.
talk about him, also basically it's always implying either Roger and Whitebeard were equal or Roger was that dude. There's almost no
Okay.
quotes in the series that imply Whitebeard was above Roger.
Oh,
Not
other
only
than
that,
the-
okay,
just
wait,
the
wait,
title.
okay,
that's
okay,
it.
well, no, that's not true.
No, but the title
So,
is the
wait,
fucking.
no.
The title's
Wait,
Roger's
wait,
dead.
wait,
Roger
wait.
can't have the title when Whitebeard didn't have that title
No,
box when
it was
Roger
confirmed. Whitebeard confirmed. It's confirmed. Whitebeard had the title
Okay.
while Roger was alive.
Oh, I don't want to hear shit about Vivre cards or shit like
Oh,
that. That's
now
some
we
made
don't
up
wanna hear the
bullshit.
favorite cards.
Oh, come on.
All
Alright,
all
What
right.
else did I
wait, okay.
reference from a Vivre
Can we
card?
get much higher?
No. So hot. Listen. Listen. There's the thing, all right? We could actually look at there is a Viz translation that where when Buggy talks about Whitebeard, he does note how he was the only person that could survive
Yeah.
Gold D Roger.
Dude,
So that's
yeah.
now. To be fair, you could argue that was a bad translation. Who the hell knows? That could be a bad translation. But they do note that like way back when Ace is talking to when Buggy's talking to Ace when Ace is on Buggy's ship, and then also in the Ace light novel, they actually say what those titles mean in earnest. Like the reason, like Big Mom has the strongest family, meaning that she has maybe like the strongest Yonko crew, ideally, maybe. Then you have Kaido, who in terms of sheer battle power, he is the strongest. That's why he's the world's strongest creature. And then they also say that Whitebeard, he quote led his life as the strongest pirate, whatever the hell that means. But it kind of also coincides with him having the largest Yonko territory. So that's why he's like the strongest, not necessarily because of battle power like Kaido, but because of his pirate life.
Dude, but that shit was written by some intern that Oda has. Like,
But Oda had to co-sign that.
I don't think Oda reads. Oda,
I don't know.
I don't think Oda pays.
And
But
you know,
I
I
don't
think
know.
Oda definitely had to like
Because it's in the
but-
anime and it's also
Right, but I
those
think
characters are in the
the
anime and they're also in
difficulty
the
with that-
manga.
The difficulty with that is like we don't know exactly at what point Whitebeard they're talking about, because I'm presuming they're talking about the current Yonko system and the Whitebeard that we know. He's old when the Ace novel
He went to the Grand Line 7 years ago. Wait,
It's like close,
No.
close to current time range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I forgot
It
when he
says
went to the
Whitebeard was really-
I forgot when.
Ace was
Yeah.
2 years. What?
Dude, yeah, it was actually only 2 years before Marine 4.
2 years before. Yeah.
Maybe 3.
So
Oh,
like,
was
2 or 3.
it's not that long ago.
Oh, okay.
Two
Because
or
I
three.
forgot. Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
okay.
Whitebeard at that point, yeah, he still has the strongest crew necessarily, but as far as peak strength, he's not.
Big
that
Mom is
anymore.
the strongest crew. Kaido is
Yeah.
strongest in sheer battle power, but Whitebeard's pirate life was the greatest pirate life. Quote. Therefore, he's the strongest pirate.
Yeah, I just
think
don't.
that- you know-
I don't read
you know
too
what
much
that's
into
saying,
weird
Cole?
statements.
That's
like
basically saying Whitebeard is still living off of like what people presume him to be.
That's
Wait.
an argument for Whitebeard and also Mihawk potentially too, because who's
No,
challenging
no,
for the world?
no. That's
Who
not
was
the same
challenging
thing.
for the world's strongest swordsman anytime? No one has. No one knows how or why he got that title. He
From
just got
all the
title.
people that have a sword, Mihawk is the best.
In terms of
Undoubtedly.
sheer skill, undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly.
Yes. But however, the problem is that we don't know if that was challenged.
Do you
at
think they
all.
turn off hockey when they're fighting?
They definitely
No,
like
they
my
don't.
my
But that's
rationale
if they
has
have like in the
always
first
been.
place.
No, my rationale has
You don't
always
think
been.
they were using hockey when they were fighting, Cole?
No, because there
I
are
think
strong
that-
swordsmen that don't have hockey. Like it depends.
No,
on
no,
the
they're
swordsman.
definitely using hockey when they fight, but I've always kind of assumed that like the more we're learning about Advanced Conquerors hockey, and Kaido confirms that we haven't seen the peak of it. I'm assuming that there's some crazy shit that we have yet to see Advanced Conquerors hockey wise that has nothing to do with swordsmanship. Like if Shanks puts his swords
we've already
down.
seen that with Shanks. Like
Yeah,
Shanks used that whole thing without any sword. Number one.
Yeah, sure. I'm saying
But-
like if Shanks puts down his sword and shoots like a giant energy blast or something, that has nothing to do with like swords fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Swordsmanship is a stat that's outside of hockey.
No, but
I
it's
agree with that.
but like
I
it's
agree with
like
that. I agree that
Mihawk
the
and
hockey thing's
Zoro-
outside of
we
swordsmanship.
know for a
No,
fact because
no,
there are
like-
strong swordsmen that don't have hockey or
Dude,
rarely
but
utilize
that's
hockey.
how you decide who the world's strongest swordsman is. You have a sword duel. We already
Use
know
a
what
sword.
it is.
Yeah.
with the sword duel, but who challenged me up for that? Vista?
No, Shanks.
We don't know.
Shanks has definitely fought. We know
That
Shanks
was
used
like
to fight.
12 years ago.
What
That's
do you?
I'm saying?
They're like the same
no one has
age.
Challenged me. No one, yeah, right. But no one has challenged Mihawk from that point onwards for like that title.
But Mihawk
allegedly.
has said
Dude,
he doesn't
I'm
want to
assuming-
fight
no,
Shanks
I'm
because
assuming-
it's clear that he's better. It's
Yeah.
clear that he's the best one. He's
I
better than
Yeah,
assume-
he is the greatest. Yeah,
If
again, the whole
Mihawk
world
and
knows
Shanks-
that. Where he has the greatest sword skill. Yeah.
I'm
But I'm
assuming
saying,
if Mihawk and
Shanks
Shanks,
is,
I
if
think if they
Shanks is
fought
as
right
strong as
now,
Prime Roger,
if they fought a duel
right,
right
or
now,
stronger than Prime Roger,
Mihawk should win that
and
duel.
Mihawk was dueling with Shanks, just to hold your own against someone like that is a feat.
No.
Because he's not turning his hockey off.
No, there's
wait,
no
wait.
way. If
No.
Mihawk dueled Shanks right now, right? Mihawk
Yeah,
should
right
still
now.
win that duel. He should still win that duel. Otherwise, it means Zoro's dream is useless. So that trumps
Yes.
any other rationalization we have,
No,
right?
he
Because
will
the
have
character
superior
for Zoro
sword
matters
skill,
more.
of course. He will
No,
have
no,
the superior
But
sword
I'm
saying-
saying, no, what I'm
I'm
saying
saying-
is Shanks's
my argument-
Shanks's claim to fame is hockey, right?
Probably yes.
Yeah.
And they're using hockey when they're fighting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And Mihawk is going to be better while they're fighting, right?
Yes.
No.
But my argument, my pure
do you
argument,
mean
is
no?
just this. No.
Not
All
at
I'm
hockey,
saying,
at
all I'm
sword
saying,
skill.
if they're
While
fighting sword to
using
sword,
hockey.
listen. If they're fighting sword to sword, right? While using hockey, Mihawk should win
Yes.
that fight. I'm arguing
Yes.
that I'm assuming that Shanks has stuff that has nothing to do with swordsmanship that he can use Conqueror's hockey-wise that we have yet
I
to
agree,
see.
and I think that's the difference.
That's
but I
the
think the
difference.
fact that Mihawk can
It's
hold
based
his
on
own with
headcanon.
Shanks while using hockey and using blades
Yes.
is enough to justify Mihawk.
Again,
being top
first of all,
three.
this is something that was proven
Yeah.
12 years ago. Shanks is vastly stronger now than he was back then.
so is Mihawk.
No, but we know
Mihawk's
Mihawk
an
should
assumption.
still
We're not-
would still
we're not
beat
too
Shanks
sure.
in a duel today if it's pure sword to sword.
Yo,
Because
we're not too
otherwise,
sure.
Cole, if you're saying-
otherwise it
I'm
invalidates
assuming that. Wait. I'm
Otherwise it
assuming that, but I'm
invalidates
not
Zoro's
too
dream.
sure.
It
Okay,
has
no,
to.
no,
It has
'cause
to
again,
be true.
I'm
know?
assuming that, but again, it depends on what you find as
you think
skill.
Mihawk just stopped
Skill-
getting stronger, but Shanks did?
No, because I'm not. Okay, here's the thing. So it's an assumption. I'm assuming that he did, but I'm not too sure. Because Mihawk himself kind of notes that after Shanks, he kind of like lost all interest. He could have been stagnant the entire time. If that's the case, then maybe he's not as strong, or his growth is not as good as Mihawk or as Shanks is.
Bro, how
Where
did we?
Shanks had overcome his loss,
We
Mihawk
only-
just said, "I'm done because I'm bored because I'm waiting for someone stronger than Shanks."
This is
So
crazy.
if he was
If I- no,
stagnant
but
the entire
listen,
time.
We did this.
If
We
I'm
did
waiting
this.
for
It was
someone,
3-0.
Cole, if I'm waiting
And how are
for-
we still
If
on
I'm waiting
this?
for someone, I'm going to be waiting and improving my skill.
Yes.
I'm not just waiting and
Well, no. Actually, wait on. That's not necessarily true, because we know that Mihawk is just kind of chilling in his home island. We actually kind of saw Mihawk kind of get like amped up a bit to fight against the Marines, but then we see later on he doesn't give a damn. So
Well,
it's like Mihawk.
he says a
Mi-
long time he's been
No.
the
So
hunted.
like,
But
what
we know that Mihawk's been moving around. He was in the East Blue chasing after fucking Krieg.
yeah, he was because he was bored.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the-
So he's
Dude,
not.
like,
so
no,
he-
no,
no, wait,
that
wait.
proves that he's moving around.
No, I think like past a certain
The
point,
point of his
like
character is that he's waiting for a swordsman that in terms of actual sheer sword skill,
But you can't
is greater
take-
than Shanks.
You can't take the
Yeah.
waiting too literal. That he's just sitting in his
Again,
house.
no,
just
no,
waiting.
but
He's
I
not
don't think
doing
that there's too
What
much
I'm saying
shifting
is that I
around because
agree
like
with you. I agree
in the
with you
One
in terms
Piece
of probably
world,
stronger.
you
But
gotta
I'm
fight.
not. But that's my. But I can acknowledge where maybe not the case at all. It could be where he's actually stagnant because
No, but-
it kind of makes more sense with his character.
I think it's reading too much into like the hypotheticals of like I don't think Oda's
be.
thinking in terms of like. Well, I mean that's an assumption.
Yeah,
in
how
itself,
long, how much he's been
obviously.
training or whatever.
Yeah, like
At
how
the end
much
of the
is
day,
this
he
person
still-
training?
He still
Like I
has
think
the
we're supposed
title,
to
and
take.
he's
I think we're supposed to
regarded
take
as
certain
one.
things at
But we see
face
how
value,
those
which is that
titles
like.
aren't necessarily set in stone.
No, I
'Cause
get
White
that,
Beard-
but this one's a little different just because it's tied.
Yes.
Like it's tied to the whole
It's tied
reason
to
that it's
Zoro's dream.
established.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes,
otherwise,
yes.
otherwise
So
Oda could
that's
have just
completely
written like
different.
Zoro fights Shanks or something like that. Like obviously that's like a whole different train. But like I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's one I'm taking for for the truth basically.
I believe it.
Let's do this one. I mean, I got Roger, but I can see there's arguments for Shanks going around.
I got Shanks. That's the only reason why I picked Shanks over Garp, because I got Shanks.
Should have voted for Garp. Could have stopped this from happening. I didn't know it would come to this. I didn't know that he was gonna win the
This
whole
is my
thing.
controversial opinion. I got Shanks over Roger
Fuck,
all
bro.
time. But I think Shanks is in between Whitebeard and Roger.
What the fuck? So alright.
Prime Beard and Roger.
Dude, so this is revenge for Prime Beard losing to Roger? Alright.
Yeah, man, inherit his will.
This is tough. This is tough.
Not
This is
that tough. I promise.
We know who Cole
No,
is
it's
gonna
very
pick.
tough.
Though.
It's
I
very
know who
tough.
Cole is gonna pick. Cole, just pick Shanks.
Very
Let's move
tough.
on.
Hold on. No.
I didn't think this would happen. I thought we'd literally get down to it as either
I'm
Roger
going.
or
No.
Whitebeard or some shit.
I'm going to maintain form. Roger.
Thank you.
Boo.
Yeah.
Almost had a crazy
Because
outfit.
I think that Shanks is the modern day Roger, but I'm not too sure. I need to see more from Shanks, even though Shanks has already hockey feats that surpass Goldie Rogers' feats, by far. I would want to see more.
So then, why would he be above him?
Because the portrayal. Because I'm of the mindset that when we see Roger and Whitebeard fight, that is a weakened Roger. That's not a power prime Roger. That's my assumption.
But that's
I'm
just
assuming
not
that when
true.
he fought against Rocks, that's when he was at his prime, at his peak. So if I take that peak Roger that I haven't seen fight yet, I'm gonna probably edge out that Roger over Shanks currently. Personally.
All right. I mean, there we got it. Roger won, which isn't like a huge shock, but like it did run close. Like King's vote could have gone either way. Could have gone either way. So
Eric said, "Cole, we believed in you."
dude, Eric, no, come on. Do you guys have Shanks as the strongest?
Listen,
Do they
I
have
think that
as the
Shanks right now
strongest?
is the number one strongest guy on the planet. But I know that at some point in the future, Luffy's going to probably surpass Shanks, and I think he's going to also surpass Roger too. But I need to see what an actual prime, not a weakened, sickly Roger
Why do you keep
against
saying
Whitebeard.
I don't know about
I
that
need to see
shit,
a
Why
dude.
does it keep
That's
saying
not
that?
weak and
I need to see a
sickly.
prime Roger fight against a Roger's back.
Why-
If let's say we see if let's say we see some feats from that prime Roger and they're inferior to Shanks' feats, then Shanks is top one. But right
Alright,
now
We
man.
saw
Roger.
Prime Roger.
We
We
did see
didn't.
Prime. No.
I disagree.
All right,
What did we
let,
not
that-
see?
let me just ask one thing real
When
quick.
he wasn't sick.
Dude, he
Bro.
did not seem sick to me. I'll just say that. He
They
seemed
said
pretty
He
much
did to
fine.
me. He did to me. He's gonna die in a year. We see him coughing up blood in his
They said it didn't
room
affect
like a few
anything,
months
Cole.
later. Again, I
Maybe 'cause
understand that in
Whitebeard
terms
injured
of his actual raw power. We see him all the damn time. Where guys in One Piece, they can have like half their bones broken, they can still use their max power attacks. Yes, of course. I'm not denying that. I never
Alright,
denied that.
let's just end
But
with
I
this.
still think it's max power Roger.
I'm curious. Top 5 all time, not counting like future characters, like not future Luffy and stuff like that. Who do you have as
Oh,
your
top five all time? That's easy
Yeah.
for me. I got you. I got Roger number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna be comfortable here. I got Sebek number 2. I got Shanks number 3. I got Prime Whitebeard number 4, and I got Kaido number 5. That's if I exclude the Golden Line Shiki. But I can put him number 5 too. But yeah, there you go. Boom.
All right. Braga, what you got?
Top 5 all time.
Yeah.
1, I got Prime Beard.
All right.
2 is Shanks.
Yeah.
3 is Roger. 4 is Garp. And 5 is Kaido or Zebek. I'm gonna say Zebek.
Really?
Yeah.
Sebek have number. I don't know how you do that. Okay.
I think
Morj and line them.
yeah, no, all similar. I think like we're bouncing around the similar top 5 pretty much. No one's counting like Joy Boy and Im and shit like that, right? So,
No,
Nah.
I mean they could be, but
Yeah.
they have to do something. Yeah. It could be because like let's say Joe Boy just kicking everyone's ass. Like okay, like whatever, dude. Like who cares? He's running around. Like let's say Joe Boy made the red line by bending like the continents. I'm okay, fine, whatever. Clearly, yeah, fine. Go ahead, nigga. Take it. It's yours. But outside of that, I'm gonna say
I'll just go Roger, Whitebeard, Zebek, like some combination of those 3 basically. It's Roger,
Okay.
Whitebeard, Zebek. Then I think I got who'd I vote for, Garp or Shanks? I don't even remember now.
go for Shanks. So you gotta put
Then I
Shanks.
got Shanks and Garp basically.
Yeah.
'Cause now I'm thinking
Not mad
I
at
should have
it.
gone Garp and then Shanks. This shit-
Now I'm gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there. No, you made the right call. You made the right choice. Of course you did. So don't try and renege now. Stop. However, if
You can change it anytime.
if
Garp makes it to
we
finals.
find out
Still loses to
that
Roger,
Garp
but-
does not have Conqueror's Hockey Infusion, does that change the game?
No.
I think no, because
Really?
his feats are still going to be the same, right? Like fought
What
to
are
the
his
death
feats?
with Pirate King multiple times, or almost to the death. He teamed
What are
with
his
Roger
feats?
to take down Rocks. It's like pretty big. And he's like the strongest Marine ever. You got to give the Marines some props. And like biggest thing. I view Garp as basically like he's Luffy if Luffy was a Marine, right? Like that's how I view Garp. Like he's the Marine version of Luffy. So I gotta treat him like that.
I agree with you. Like if depending on what happens with actual feats, not portrayal, but actual feats, I think there could be a case here where Akainu may be stronger than Prime Guard. I need to see Akainu do some stuff.
I don't think Akainu right. Like I think we could see end of story Akainu. Like if he's had a hockey bloom or some shit out of it. Like I don't think Marine Ford Akainu is beating Prime Garp. I think that's not.
No, but I think maybe Akainu now could be.
And I think that's possible.
I need to see what what he can do.
Yeah, obviously. I think that's possible. Because
like,
Oda can write anything for Akainu. He could say Akainu's now the strongest Marine.
And Akainu gets a lot of wank. It is what it is. It's just that I think that Prime Garp is nasty. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of feats, like actually like what we've seen of him, most of it's actually like not even canon. It's like out of canon. It's again the cheeky stuff, or it's other movie promo stuff, and it's not all that outstanding. His best thing that he did before was just denting Don Chinjao's head, and then also play some role against Roxy Zebek. What that role is, we have no idea.
Dude, it's
forgetting
the
most
way I view the
one
portrayal
part.
is that it was like he contributed about as much as Roger did, basically at the end. Like that was those two coming together to take down that.
Yeah, I felt like Roger needed him.
Yeah, dude. Like the way I view it is kind of like this, which is like there's certain characters like that are their hype is being portrayed to Roger. That's why I kind of always put Roger at 1 because like Whitebeard's first big hype was that the only person to tie with Roger.
True.
Right? Garp, his hype. What's the big thing that establishes him? The one man, like one Marine to be able to keep up with Roger. Rox, Roger's greatest foe. So that's kind of how I scale it. Like there's like 3 characters in the entire story that have been compared to Roger. Then the Yonko, their hype is that they always get compared to Whitebeard.
Top 5.
That's true.
List. Yeah.
The Yonko are always hyped by comparing them to Whitebeard. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are good enough to be compared to Whitebeard, who is comparable to Roger and stuff like that. So I kind of view like
when Kaido fell down and he said like even Whitebeard could die.
Yeah,
right?
Whitebeard or like Big Mom talking about like everybody talks about Whitebeard like the Yonko, 3 pirates comparable to Whitebeard and shit. So like I view the 3 guys that were compared to Roger, which is Whitebeard, Rox, and Garp. I put them pretty much at the top. I kind of slip Shanks in there because, like we say, he's like the modern day Roger. So he's his apprentice. So that's something.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I got it.
He has the feats, dude. I mean, like he has the feats. Like I was like, I think people were just so shocked to see what Shanks could do. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
oh, it's a Joy Boy Imu Ryuma. Joy Boy.
Joy Boy Imu Ryuma.
I mean, like, if
Joy
you're going with that,
he's 400 years too late. What do you read?
That's like
Imu Ryuma.
Original
Ryuma?
Luffy, original
what?
Zoro, original something. I don't know. Im's the
Sanji. Say it.
No, that's definitely not what I was thinking.
Emu has swirly eyebrows. Say it.
What is this?
Started there. All right.
What is
say
happening?
it. Say it. Just say it.
I'm gonna call the stream because it's we ran over a little bit, but this was a good time, and honestly, I think we were closer on a lot of opinions than I expected. It's just got dicey towards the end, which is always gonna happen.
The difficult. Here's the thing: we're close on the opinions because we're just comparing 2 characters as opposed to a top 30, where it's like we're trying to rank every character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's going to be closer when in this format.
Or like the actual like March Madness bracket make it kind of easier. Like okay,
it makes it easier.
Yeah.
But
at least to get
top
2 out of
30,
3.
like,
yeah, I don't think we had anything that was like dead even or something like that. Shanks, Garp, I could have gone Garp now that I'm
Shanks Roger could have went either way.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
Listen, it's possible. Again, they have to surpass.
What would you have to see to put Shanks over Roger?
I need to see what Roger can do. For me, it's about seeing what Roger could do. I want to see Roger at his what I think.
So the onus is on Roger.
Now, yeah.
Other way.
Because Shanks has, I would say, because Shanks right now has the greatest feats I've seen in hockey in the One Piece world. So if that's the case, I need to see someone do something of something of like that same ilk. So Roger, I need to see Roger fight.
From Shanks.
Let me show 2 things real quick.
We think Shanks is a modern day Roger. The onus is on Roger to prove himself.
Because again, like I told you before, I think that the portrayal of Roger is still a little bit higher than Shanks's, and also I view Roger fighting Whitebeard. That's not prime Roger to me. I get it. You think he is? Fair enough. I don't think that is. That's my personal.
I'm just saying. So like we got right. So we got this shit right. So we got Whitebeard and old ass Whitebeard and Shanks. Right. We got their clash.
But remember, in the Deep Blue, they say that same Whitebeard is a prime strength Whitebeard.
Dude, I don't know
Not
what this
old.
deep blue thing is though. I don't know what that
It's
is.
the data book.
I don't know what it
it's
is.
the data book.
I don't believe in the
It's-
data books. I don't believe they exist.
What do you mean?
I don't know what they are. I don't believe in them. I'm just a
So the
non-believer.
Vivid cards are trash?
Yeah. Wait. Am I calling
Come
what?
on. The Vivid cards are trash?
The Viver cards, are that the same as the data book? Is that what you're referencing?
Yeah. Okay. No.
This is
So
a modern day version of the data books.
yeah, because like there was prior data books before around the time of Fishman Island, like like years ago, like 2012, 2013. There were like the first string of data books, and one of them's called the One Piece Deep Blue. Here, I got the picture for you.
Wait, is that the one?
I said-
Some people reference that shit and they're like, Zoro is equal to Luffy according to this or something. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
I have no idea about that one, but I mean,
That's the
I
one
know.
that said Vista is equal to Mihawk.
No, they said that Vista has
just don't know
equal
about
or
these data
superior
books.
sword skill, and then they also mentioned how the Sea Kings are like
Equal or
5
superior is
kilometers
nuts.
tall. Here, I
I'm just
posted it
saying,
here.
like this is what
Here, I got
I'm reading this story. I'm seeing this back here, which is Shanks and
Yeah.
Shanks and old ass Whitebeard, and then I'm seeing this, which is Prime Whitebeard against sickly Roger, as we've established,
Yeah.
dying
Oh,
of
bro,
no, I'm
he's
kidding,
not.
I'm kidding,
That
I'm
was like,
kidding, I'm
wait,
kidding,
what
I'm
does that have
kidding,
to be fleshed out at all? What are you talking
I'm kidding.
about?
No, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like it's the
Bro,
portrayal,
this
right? Like,
just happened.
this is Shanks
What are
and
you talking about? Oh,
Whitebeard.
Shanks and Whitebeard back then?
Yeah, no, this is Shanks and old ass Whitebeard, but this is Roger and Prime Whitebeard, right? So like
Hey,
this
yo,
was
I
the
posted it on
dude.
Discord real quick.
To me, this is just like, this is different. This is a step up from whatever's happening over here,
I
basically.
posted in Discord about the whole.
To be fair, it's just like it wasn't fleshed out.
White
Yeah,
Beard
yeah, yeah.
having, like,
You
the
could argue
same
that Shanks
vigor
didn't
as
even
his
want to
old.
embarrass Whitebeard because that's just,
Oh, of
that's-
course,
That's
of course,
honestly
no doubt.
like in
No
character.
doubt.
Because if Whitebeard can't do it at that point, it's kind of like.
Yeah.
And this
But
could
yeah,
be
like, so,
Oda
like,
is showing us
you
that
can
Whitebeard is
see-
not the same. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, not there. It was before that. It was during Marineford. That was when Whitebeard was like. Everyone
No,
was
I'm
like,
talking
Whitebeard,
about like
you kinda
versus
suck.
Shanks. Like when they clash with Shanks, that's kind of Whitebeard showing us, or Oda showing us Whitebeard is not the same guy as was back then.
But that's the first Kanzaki clash. So I don't think Oda had it planned out to where it was going to be like, hey, we're going to have the actual gap thing going on and blah.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't Kai the Big Mom? Like, Kai the Big Mom, they don't have a gap in space, even though they had both infusion. Why not?
Right. And the thing,
I don't know.
it was clearly planned already at that point.
Yeah. So why was there no gap between the two? It's like Oda's he's inconsistent with that stuff. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Wait, where does it
Yeah.
say
But like, that's
that?
why I say it's
Where does it
at
say?
the bottom.
Oh, okay. Despite his advanced age, which requires this old man still has his old strength and vigor. Ah, dude, I don't know about this one. I just don't know about this thing. What is it? I don't know what this is. Who
This
wrote
I don't
is
think
saying when
give
he,
it the data books. Although
this is
I
not-
thought you didn't care. What happened?
this
Oh, I
is
already
saying
cared.
that once, like if he's on his pills, he's prime.
Yeah,
He's
I
on
mean,
his
yeah, but-
pills. He's
wait,
prime.
His
not
pills and
hooked
daily
up.
infusions. Yeah, but so
Right.
when
He doesn't have to
when-
be hooked
when-
up.
No. That's saying that when he is hooked up. So when you
No.
go back, yeah, they say right there. What are you talking
No,
about?
because Cole, it says daily infusions, meaning that daily
You
he
go
gets
back.
a little bit of his infusion and he can be prime. It doesn't have to be hooked up.
Yeah, but it says despite his advanced age, which requires daily infusions, other special treatment, and other special treatments,
That doesn't mean he
this
has to be
old
hooked
man
up.
still has his. This old man has his old strength and vigor. Yeah, when he's hooked up, dude.
That's not what I get.
I literally, I don't even believe whatever the fuck this is.
I don't
from.
believe that whatever the hell
So,
this is.
I'm
but-
like 3 tiers behind this.
Okay, look. I would just say if you want to, you can read the dialogue about the Deep Blue.
Yeah.
It just kind of notes the various things about the
Okay.
characters, and it could be wrong. I'm not too sure, but I mean, it's just more evidence to the fact, or like, hey,
I've been taking Hody pills.
he was maybe.
See?
I mean, this kind of indicates that listen, if Whitebeard was really gonna be at full power, at Marine 40 would have watched everybody there, like, yo, stand aside, get mowed down. But
This
in comes
implies-
Squad and
Do you think he got
Squad-
a daily infusion of special treatments that day?
well, not with Squad.
He
No,
forgot
doesn't
on that
matter.
day. He was like, fuck.
On
Can't
that
believe I
day-
showed up to
no,
Marine
on
4
that
without my
day-
special
on
pills.
that
that
day,
day, he
Squad
didn't have
stabbed
his
him to the
pills?
chest. On that day, Squad stabbed him to the chest and ate
That-
the
That removes all of the infusions.
yeah.
What the
What's
fuck?
Yeah, what's
Why?
that? You get
How does
stabbed
that-
through the chest and the
Okay,
back
how does it remove all of the infusions though?
because you're massively wounded and you can no longer perform at your best capabilities. So when you
When-
are
when ca-
fighting,
when
you get a
characters in
heart
One Piece-
attack in the middle of the goddamn battlefield.
So
and then you're
the
exiled.
pills didn't work then. He got his heart attack. How are the pills working?
because Squad stabbed him.
What? So before Squad stabbed him, Whitebeard was,
He was
like,
clean. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think
He was
we should-
ready.
We should have scored.
Come on. Wait,
one of the
wait.
strongest
Wait,
swordsmen
wait.
in One
Dude,
You're
Piece.
telling
Squad
me-
really
you're
fucked
telling
them
me-
over then. Like that's a much
You're-
bigger.
I mean, look it up. Okay, hold on. Like,
No,
okay,
but I'm just saying there were
Wait,
no
wait,
no
wait.
reactions of Whitebeard's crew members being like, "Fuck, Squad just ruined all of the daily infusions and shit like that."
no, not true. Not that's to tell you. That's why it's when he's hooked up. That's what I tell you.
Bro,
Marco
why you keep
literally-
saying hooked up? That's not
Because-
what that means.
Because Marco literally says that this wouldn't have back in the day. Like this wouldn't be possible back in the day for Squad to sneak him because he'd be on point. So when he is hooked up and getting his daily infusions, I don't see him getting a daily
Bro,
infusion.
why would they
at a point
say
in
that
time.
he's prime when he's hooked up, bro?
He's getting infused?
No,
Hello?
bro.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
I'm-
confusion
No,
dance.
that's not
Hello?
what it means.
I'm
That
out of here.
is.
I'm
Respect it.
hungry.
That's not what it means.
It is.
I'm
No,
hungry.
Not when he's hooked up.
I literally can't argue this point. I'm done. I'm so hungry. All right. If you guys want to take it
All
to
right.
Cold Stream, please take it to Cold Stream.
My
But,
stream.
Cole,
I'm
Cole got
done.
shit to do. I
Cole
got
got
shit to
shit
do.
to do.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
should do too, yeah. I'm done.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Crazy.
through, though. Thanks for coming through. This is
Yeah.
a
Oh,
good
that's a
time.
good time. Fun
Sure,
time.
Yeah.
for
Fun
sure,
time.
for sure.